As it is written, the kingdom is within us. Come together and discuss the issues within the kingdom. Speak your peace. Speak the truth. For the kingdom is at hand. Kingdom Conversations.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings to the whole house. The apple of the Father's eye. And your father is different than any other father that anybody can claim, because your father is the creator of this construct, also known as the universe, also known as everything that's outside of the universe. But he's outside of time. Time was constructed for us. Shalom to the kingdom, the book people. What's up, book people? Tell me the Father's not moving this day. The kingdom of the Israelites, what I normally call y'all. Call you the kingdom of the book people. All praises to the Father. Father, we thank you this day. Yes, we do. We thank you and we praise you. We lift you up and we magnify your name, because without you, there will be no kingdom of the Israelites. Without you, the so-called African American, the Negro, the colored, the nigger, the porch monkey would have been got sacked. It would have been up out of here. Would have been up out of the snakes. Would have been up out of Akibulau. Would have been up out of Asia. Wherever they may be, they would have been knocked out the box. So, Father, we thank you for protecting us, even though you was whooping our tailbone. We thank you for protecting us in that whooping. We thank you and we praise you and we lift you up. And we thank you for surname people. Surname these people. You know, Isaiah 45 and 4. Somewhere say, y'all get that precept, Isaiah 45 4, put it in there, I'll put it up. Where he surnamed you. And he didn't surname the Christians. They didn't get that moniker. How come he didn't surname the Episcopalians? So, Father, we thank you for surnaming us and choosing us, but waking us up to our culture and our heritage this hour. Thank you. We also thank you for sending first fruits. We thank you for sending first fruits, because first fruits did a fantastic deal of reconciling us back to you with his death, burial, and resurrection. So we thank you for him. And we thank him for sending the Ruach, because the Ruach is the only way you're going to get understanding this day is if you got the Ruach and you doing according to the Father's will, and he going to open up the book for you so that you can understand it for yourself, not by your brother C, not by your brother Banya, or not by no pastor, TD Snakes, or that lizard, Joel Osteen. Books say, study to show thyself approved, study to prove it to yourself. Greetings to the family, my family in the chat. Somebody get that precept where he called y'all salt and light. You know, salt and light, two different things. Salt makes everything taste better. Unlike the heathen who don't season their food, salt makes it taste good. So contrary to what the heathen say, you could use salt, but you use it in moderation. Don't use it to salt pork. Don't use it to salt things you should not. Cat and dog. Snails. Eating those abominations. So we thank the Ruach also. Greetings to the family. Greetings to you all. I always say, y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all decided to join your family. And this is a fellowship. I notice where, and I see the brothers that say we should cut it down. And what I'm not gonna ever do is I'm not gonna ever stop greeting the family off the rip, because y'all family. Whether you acknowledge your brother C, whether you acknowledge anyone, you are family. This is your platform. It's not your brother C platform. It's not Banya's. It's not the brothers that saw to the earth. This is your platform. This is a place where the family can come together and fellowship. And what the book say? In spirit and in truth. And also, books say where two or more gathered in my name, there I will be in the midst. The Father is awesome. Father, thank you for your people once again. And so, like I normally say, y'all could have been anywhere. Before I greet you, you decided to join along with us. And it is an honor and a privilege to come before you and to speak to you and have a conversation with you on whatever it is that we're conversing about. It doesn't matter. And as I normally do, I normally put the link in, drop the link into the chat. Tone, I see you out there, brother. If you could hit the link, you're more than welcome to join in, because I do want to get your perspective on the whole yay thing, which we're going to talk about. So there's the link, brother. If you want to hit the link and join in, you're more than welcome. But like we normally say, you could have been anywhere, and thanks for joining on. Let me see. NBA just started yesterday. Warriors just got their rings. LeBron and them got their head caved in yesterday. Boston ran through Philly. But it is what it is. Y'all could be watching NBA tonight. You could be somewhere dealing with your children, right? Which is not a bad thing. It's actually a good time, spending time with them. Or you could be just kicking back, just watching TV, watching Netflix, watching all the. Here's what good movies are good for. Movies are good to show you all the wickedness that the heathen creates and crafts in their mind, and that they actually get away with. But you notice this day, times are changing. They aren't going to be getting away with the things that they used to. So I'm going to go ahead and greet the family, starting from the top down like we normally do. My good brother Sean, Shalom, Sean. Peace and blessings to you, fam. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. I'm going to read one of your quotes here. Blessing, glory, wisdom, thanksgiving, and honor, power, might, to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Selah. All right, that's right. We start off the rip, lifting him up and praising him and thanking him. Blessed to the Father, where all blessings are due. Thank you, Father, for everything that you've done for your people that you serve. Name JPM. Shalom, brother. How are you? Hope all is well. Proverbs 14:16-17. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rages. Ain't that something? The wise man done said, okay, you know what? We fear the Father, and we're going to depart from evil, and we're going to get back to LSC. But the fool, the heathen, rage when they don't get their way. They rage when Donald Trump don't get elected. They rage when they see justice and equity, because we're not equal to nobody on the earth. But they rage when they see equity being bestowed upon the people of the book. And is confident. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly. You talk about you storming the Capitol. The insurrectionists. Talking about civil war. You're dealing out of anger and hatred. And a man of wicked devices is hated. That's why everybody over the whole earth hate America. Not because of the Israelites. That's a different conversation. But they hate the heathen here. Point blank, period. Yes, they do. Tone, I'm going to bring you in a minute. As soon as I greet the family. Matter of fact, I'll bring you in now. Go ahead and greet the family, Tone. Shalom to you, brother. How you doing?
Shalom, brother. Shalom to the chat. Shalom, everybody.
All right, good to have you on, brother. Peace and blessings to you. So I'm going to continue to scroll down and greet everyone. Tone, we got you, bro. Shalom to you. Roll me, running to get rice. Shalom, brother. You better make sure you get that real, because I hear the heathens that created plastic rice. Well, it's plastic, so we don't know if we eating plastic or good. But hopefully, prayerfully through the Father, you getting the good stuff. Mr. The Original School, shalom, peace and blessings to you and to the true Israelites in the chat. Peace and blessings to all the Israelites in the chat. That's right. Smitty, what's good, brother? Shalom, good brother. Hope you are you here to get saved. Well, Smitty, if you're going to get saved, you know what you must do. It's a simple math equation. And that math equation consists of tithing. But it also consists of you tithing what is known on salt of the earth as a Trinity offering. So you need to donate not 10%, not 20%, but you need to donate 30% to brotherc.com so he can get a Lear. He need to get a G7. Good seeing you, brother. Good seeing you. Let me keep going down the line here. My good sister Maria Yakida. Maria, peace and blessings, sis. Hope you're well. Hope your sister's well. And your family. Ticey Rowland, shalom. Shalom, Ticey. Good to see you. Jimmy Gilliam, peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you, my good brother. Omaya Yakida, peace and blessings. Shalom, sis. Hope all is well. Hope all has been well. Joy 31608, honor and a privilege to have you on, sis. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. My good brother, Real Morgan, shalom to you. Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well with you. Now, if I mess your name up, Ayaban, Haya, Nabaya, if I mess that up, please forgive me. You know I'm an old head and I need to get saved. And I can read, but sometimes I tongue twist myself. So please forgive me. Darlene Franklin, shalom. Shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you. My good sister Cindy Carr, shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Leanne King, shalom. Shalom to everyone. Shalom to everyone in the chat. Shalom to you, sis. Hope you are well. Devorah Cotton 21, shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you've been well and the Father's been keeping you. Michelle Y, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to you, sis. Hope you are well. My good brother T. Brown, shalom, brother. Hope the Father has been blessing you immensely. And that's my prayer for all of you, that the Father has been blessing you and showing you something not only new, but he has been showing you and proving to you that he is who he said he is according to his book. That's my hope and prayer, and that you don't walk in fear and that you walk in faith and honor and glory, that he's doing exactly what he said he's doing for you and for me and for the kingdom. Albany, Georgia, shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Stay on fire. Shalom. Shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Cavity Creep, what's good, my brother? Hope all is well with you. Son of Judah, shalom, brother. Hope all is well with you and the family. Hope everything is going well. Ellen L. Israel, peace and blessings. Shalom to you. Hope all is well with you. My good brother Jason Camphor, if I miss you, brother, please forgive me. Peace and blessings to you, good brother, faithful brother. And then that's why I call y'all my family, because y'all faithful. Y'all faithfully come and we faithfully fellowship. And it's a two-way communication transmission. We love our family. We love our people. And we ain't even got to say it. You come in, you put your feet up, we say what's up, and then we chat and we converse. That's how family's supposed to do, right? If you was at the barbershop, you would be doing the same thing. If you was at your mom's house, you would be conversing with your family about something, arguing, or maybe agreeing, maybe touching and agreeing according to the book, or maybe you argue, but you still family. And your brother C, don't care where you're from. You could be from all over, dispersed all over the earth. I always call out the states, but you could be from Brazil. You could be where Ticey rolling at. Ticey, I believe you're in the Philippines or either Aussie. My brother Ralph Roof is in Aussie. Ticey, you're in the Philippines, I believe. You could be from Brazil. You could be from Scotland, Scotland Yard. You could be from any of the major cities in the Snakes. You could be Jamaica. It don't matter. Our people's our people, and we need to start loving them first and foremost. Period. And closing ranks. Closing ranks on those that try to spit on the awakening. Closing ranks on those that try to spit on, oh yeah, so you're black, but I'm not black. You coming over here, coming up, and then you saying you black, but you're not black. I don't know how you can do that, but let me keep reading. Hopefully I haven't got by nobody. J. Rad Israel, for Jacob, shalom to you, brother. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. This is the precept I call Isaiah 45:4. He was talking. Who was he talking to? Y'all should feel excited when you read this verse right here, because don't nobody on the earth fit this right here. I'm gonna read it. for Jacob my servant's sake and Israel mine elect. He separates you from all the people over the whole earth. And you don't feel special? That's why everybody be trying to spit in your face. That's why. And they don't even know why. They got a lying spirit and a hateful spirit on, and they have no clue. I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. We didn't, and those of us here today, we didn't even know the Father running up behind Christianity. Father that told you to do something, and Christianity tell you to do something completely different. So you know that's the broad gate. Sharia das, peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Set apart heart, shalom. Peace and blessings. Much too much for you. If I didn't catch you earlier, I'm going to catch you now. Shalom, peace and blessings to you. My good sister Sharon O, shalom to you. You love Yah. That's right. Peace and blessings to you. You love Yah. Yaakov 12 Yehuda. All praise to the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yehoshua HaMashiach. And Brother C, shalom, shalom to the chat and the family. That's right. Shalom to you. Peace and blessings to you. Hope the Father been keeping you exceedingly. I want exceedingly for the Israelites. I don't want exceedingly for Brother C. I want exceedingly for the kingdom of the Israelites. I want exceedingly for all of y'all. Every one of you to get exceedingly. Not no fake exceedingly under no Christianity. When you looking at some fake things that's fake, that don't go, have nothing to do with the book, and ain't even going by the book. Nature's graffiti, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Judas 9:14, and make every nation and tribe to acknowledge that thou art the Elohim of all power and might. So, and that there is none other that protected the people of Israel but thou, shalom. That's right. The only thing that's been keeping us going is the Father. That's it. You can't lay claim to Christianity, can't lay claim that you was taking care of the Israelites. Father was taking care of us in our ignorance. And we run around talking about we Christian. We run around talking about we under the heathen, we with the heathen. All the while the heathen been caving your head in. Backwards, forwards, and left, right, and center. Ain't that something? Oh, how wonderful the Father is this day. He done open your brain up to say, okay, get back to your culture, fam. Get back to them, get back to that LSC. Because that's what I told you from the beginning. When you were surnamed. Mary I am, shalom, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. My good sis Yvette Rivera. Shalom, sis. Hope you've been doing well. Hope your family's doing good. Let's see here. Datarius Emmett. Shalom, brother. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Let me see. I'm going down. I think I got everybody. Hold on now. Don't miss some people, brother C. Don't you gonna have? They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be writing their congressman if you miss them, bro. Latasha Isaacs. Peace and blessings to you, sis. Hope all is well. Let me see here. Notorious Hebrew. My good sister. Hope you are well. Peace and blessings to you. Hope the Father's been giving you awesome revelations and blessings. Soulfully sowing seeds. Shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well with you. Not sure, roll me what you LLL. Now, more than likely it's something foolish I said, I'm sure. Because I'm known for that. Old heads. Get off my lawn. They got no filter. Nariya Benaya Yahoo. Yonde, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Let me see here. We got anybody left? I'm not missing nobody. I'm not leaving nobody out. That's like I don't want to leave nobody out. And I want everybody to get everything that the kingdom deserves. Everything. Every single thing. Shalom, Jabroni. Peace and blessings to you, bro. Hope you have been well and hope the Father has been showing you new and intense and great revelation, brother. And that he's been blessing you and keeping you. Steph Quinn, shalom, brother. Peace and blessings to you. Ellen Israel, I believe we got you. Let me see, Yvette Rivera, we got you. We're going to put that precept to the side because we may have to call that precept later. Did we call that? We going to put that up anyway. We not pressed for time. Y'all don't mind if we read these precepts, do y'all? Put a one up if you love to see these precepts. This is what it's all about. And we're going to get into that in a second. Yvette Rivera, Isaiah 33:22, for Yahweh is our judge. We only got one judge. You got some false pretenders. But we only got one judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king. He will save us. All praise to the Father. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Let's see here. Kimaya Rogers, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. I think, oh, wait a minute. We got Linda Siggers Bay. Shalom, sis. Hope you are well. I see all them ones up, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's see, Cavity Creek. YouTube block people for you tell the truth, but if you type you will see all types of sick and disgusting videos. That's right. They don't, the hate speech is Cavity Creek, and we gonna get into it. The hate speech is the fact that you saying you Israel, you the kingdom people. That's what the hate speech is. I believe I got all of y'all. And since I got all of y'all, let's see. Eggs. Oh man, I so messed up with this name. Exira McNeely. That name is like just got my brain frozen right now. It's like I can't even speak. Peace and blessings to you. I saw you pop in. So let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do that, I want to say shalom to my good brother Yash. Yashadik, what's good, brother? What's happening? What's going on?
Oh man, shalom, brother. Just glad to be in here. You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful that the family's growing so big. That even when I'm running late, I can still be on time.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss nothing because
I'm saying, oh
I'm
man,
gonna greet
hurry
the
up.
fam. I'm gonna greet the family because we are family. Whether you might say, you know what, I'm family, but I don't want to be family with that brother C because he always yelling at everybody, always fussing, screaming and hollering with his old self, always messing with people. But no, we family and we love our family, we love our people, and I believe that it's only right to greet the family according to us having a conversation. You're not gonna walk in nobody's house and just sit down and just be sitting there while everybody else be conversing. And that leads me to this part of before we even jump into it. I'm gonna show something, and I'm not showing it to toot no horns or no goofy stuff like that because we're not about no popularity contest. We're not about getting money out your pocket or beating you out of anything or nothing like that. We're about a love for our people. But I do want to show the importance of not only Kingdom Conversations, but Salt of the Earth Productions. The reason why I want to show that is because the most important thing I feel when we do any show, the most important thing is not the speaker. It's not what's going on with whoever's speaking or whatever the topic is. The most important thing that's happening is the chat. Brother C, why do you say the chat is so important? I say the chat is important is because the amount of activity, precepts, wisdom, and knowledge that goes on. I'm going to share my screen from the last, I believe it's from the last KC I did. And I just want to go through and I just want to say, this is what not only KC is about, but this is what our channel is about. Our channel is fellowshipping and dialoguing with the family. And I always tell y'all, these shows that we do and the presentations, they're a duality because they're a testament and a testimony for you and against the folks that enslaved you and that have been against you, the Psalms 83. But this right here, this section right here, I'm going to go to it. This section right here, this is the most important part of any show that we've done in the history of any show that we've ever done outside of the documentaries. Why do you say that? Because as you scroll through these, you're going to see a wealth of dialogue and you're going to see some hammer's precepts. You're going to see them. And so, like I always tell you all, go back, listen to it, but go back and look at what's happening in the chat. Read what's happening in the chat and understand it because it's some powerful things that happen. Where the Father says, where two or more gathered in my name, there I'll be in the midst. The Father be rocking out with us. I know he do. But it's not because of your brother C. It's because of the folks in the chat love the Father so. That's what it is. And so if you've never gone back and watched as you were participating, but then just go back and you can put my silly self on mute. Put me on mute, but just rock through and just read the conversation. that we be having. Read the precepts and see how they apply to your life and see if they're not so. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of that. But I did want to let you know, fam, that it's not us, that you are the most important thing. And I'm not saying that just for clicks and views, but you're the most important thing because the Father is going to do something magnificent with you. And y'all know I keep saying we gonna get to talk about them IPs and talk about what you've been doing, not over the open ways, but we're going to have that conversation. Matter of fact, we're going to have that conversation the next show. We're going to start getting back to what we're getting into. That's motivating our people to get off their tailbone and start getting in the race. You start getting busy, right? You could take whatever you want to the wilderness. You got a trip to the wilderness for sure. So now what I'm going to do is, fam, I should have left my screen on save. Because now we're going to get into the yay thing. So in order for us to get into the yay thing, I am going to have to share my screen because I don't know if you saw it or not, but we put up a community post. One of the good brothers put up a community post. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And that's going to be our jump off point to the conversation about yay. And today's whole show is not going to be about Kanye West and, everything that he's involved in and not involved in. But I thought I would give it a little bit of time because your brother's under the suspicion that this whole Kanye thing is bigger than what we've been led on to believe. Now, I'm going to admit it up front. Of course, everybody knew about Kanye. You would have had to been living under a rock if you had. But I didn't know the brother had so much. I didn't know he was so wealthy. I didn't know he was so wealthy until my brother Elias Shaw brought it out. I had no idea. I had zero idea that the man had billions and he had 7 billion and the banks tried to take 5, looked like from it. So now, fam, if you guys went to this community post, I would recommend that you go to our community post and take a look and see, because we're going to use this as a jump off point. My good brother Hal put this community post up and I am going to read it, but then we're going to use this as speaking points to further talk about what's happening. So we start off with Kanye. Israelites. It's music to our ears when we hear that someone, somewhere, anyone recognizes we are Israel. We've been the oppressed and depleted, manipulated, poster children, and definition of Stockholm Syndrome for so long. We can't help but be happy at the revelation. Still, family, we have to take a really close look at Kanye West. The brother's doing and saying things that, in my opinion, are careless, reckless, and lawless. What are his credentials? He's a musical genius, that's for sure. He's a billionaire. I didn't know that, but that's for really sure. Who chose him, or rather, was he chosen for us? Our main objective when we find out we are Israel is to live in obedience. Matter of fact, let me take this off. Hold on a second, fam. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for that. I should have been in this mode. We'll go in that mode. That'll be a little bit better. Hopefully, y'all can see it a little better. And let's see here. To live in obedience to the Most High's laws and no longer be engulfed by our transgressions of those laws. If not, then it's better to stay in the dark about our own Israelite heritage. Why? Because now that we know, we will be held accountable for what we know. And that's absolutely true. If you finally figured out that you're Israelite, one of the first things that you should do is dig into the book. And then as you're digging into the book, ask the Father to lead you in spirit and in truth. And you know what? Right now, it seems that you don't even have to ask that, because as soon as you pick up the book and you know that you're Israelite, them precepts gonna be flying out the page. Somebody go get that precept where he's saying Daniel, seal up the book until the time of the end. We at the time of the end, and you know that the book has been opened. Or put a 1 up if you know that the book has been opened. And I'm gonna keep reading. He's not, but is there a balance? Can we both support our brother and take heed of his obvious shortcomings? Back him up for spreading the word that we're Israelites, but warn our people against his lawlessness. Encourage unity in the Israelite community, yet at the same time stand strong in our beliefs concerning the law. The law, our Messiah, and what it means to be an Israelite. And when you say the law and when you say the Messiah, those terms are interchangeable, because as we know, LSC is Mashiach and it's nothing else. When you talk about the law, you talk about the Tanakh, you could talk about the 5 books, you could talk about whatever the new and the old, if you want to call it that, and all of them that they've written later. They always talk about him because he said he coming to full value. The law of Messiah and what it means to be an Israelite. These are important questions we should think about, and that's what we're gonna discuss a little bit about it. Then we're gonna move on to other topics. In my view, I suggest we all put on our discernment glasses. Angels of light are not always angels of light. What say you, fam? So the brother put out a fantastic post. Thank you, Brother Al. Appreciate that. But now, as I always say, and it's not by accident, if you look at the brother's post and then contrast that with the comments that we've seen in the comments section, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing where our people are at this time. I can tell you this right now. I'll put this up today because I wanted to be a little bit circumspect about it. And there was discussions in the background about this situation with Kanye too, because like I said, I believe it's much larger than what we even realize. However, I'm just going to read Matthew 24:24. Matter of fact, Brother Tone, can you see the screen? If you can hear me.
Yeah, I can see it.
Brother Tone, if you can read the screen, read me Matthew 24:24, please, sir.
Matthew 24:24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show thee great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Now stop right there. Now he's saying if it were possible, he would deceive the very elect. Now there's a reason why I'm starting from the bottom and I'm gonna work back up. He said deceive the very elect. Christianity would tell you that they're the elect, according to some magical thing that happened. I'm not sure what that is. You ask a Christian how you became the elect. Can they tell you? I'm going to show you how we became the elect. And this Old Testament is not new. Don't let them steal your phraseology. You're the elect and you are the saints. Because Torah says that. So I'm gonna read Isaiah 45:4. I'm not gonna read 7, I'm gonna read 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. That's the end of the conversation. I ain't even got to read the rest of it. I'm gonna read it again. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me.
Amen.
You the elect. Say that again, bro. Say it.
Amen.
So now, if you the elect, and he said you can't be deceived, I'm going to go on record and say that nobody in the chat and nobody in the panel can be deceived. On record. You know why? Because we're not in no hocus pocus Christianity. The broad gate, the 45,000 flavors of poison. And they don't even know where they don't even know where that mess came from. I was doing some studying today, some reading today. Man, let me tell you, did y'all know that Catholicism, the whole religion, that Roman mess that they had was 300 or 400 years before Christianity even came on the scene? See, they lie and tell you that Catholicism came out of Christianity. No, sir, no, ma'am. It did not. There was another religion that they squeezed Christianity into. They lying, and the whole thing is a cotton picking mess. That's what my dad would say. Dad would also say they wrong as two left shoes. You done took a religion that was 400 years old, then Christianity and Mashiach come on the scene. Then you say, okay, we like some of those things, so let's squeeze it in and let's call it, now let's change the name to Catholicism. Ain't that something? Shalom, Sister Cece. How you doing, sis? Hope all is well. Hey, brother, how you doing? Hey, man, I sent the link to all y'all email. But, brother, if you want to jump on, I'm going to put the link in for you. And you are more than welcome. You know you are more than welcome to join on. Brother Kadar, shalom to you. Peace and blessings to you. So, fam, like I always say, the most important part about anything that's put up is the response of the family. And the family have concern, and this is the top concern. We talk about discernment. Discernment is the key in these last and wicked times. All praise to the Most High. God, shalom, children of Israel. I 100% agree with you. We should just pray for those that his word reached. Pray that they may find the right people to help lead them down the right path. And that's what Kanye needs. Kanye needs to get up under some Israelites who know the book, who not trying to beat him out of his loot, that can just show him the truth. Because really, if Kanye get back to LSC, a lot of the foolishness that he do, he will be moving a little bit more strategically, right? And then they probably wouldn't touch him, try to touch him. But like I said, you can expect, and I said this in a couple of chat rooms, the next thing that you can expect is something to hit Kanye legally. They're going to start hitting him, and they're going to start hitting him. And I'm not talking about what the George Floyd thing. And I even said this before George Floyd. They're going to start hitting this man with the Phantom Zone legal stuff. Phantom Zone legal stuff. Oh, well, they use their AI bots and say that he was over here and have him in a compromising position. Or they might pull the compromising positions that they already got on. You know, they got dossiers on all these, on Holly weird. They so weird. They done so much debauchery and so much wicked satanic things that they got it all on tape. And they start breaking up the tape, breaking it out on themselves. So you can expect some legal issues to happen with Kanye very shortly. You can not only expect some legal issues, but if they kill him, he'll be a martyr. For who, I'm not exactly sure, but he will be a martyr nonetheless.
You mean if he kill himself?
You know what? Somebody said that today. Rizza Islam said that today. And, you know, that's, I tell you what, I'm going to say this, fam. I'm going to say this from my perspective. There are frequencies being transmitted on a higher scale all over the earth. And they're laser guided and targeted at you. Right? So we have to be steeped in the word of the Father. Not only steeped in his word, but we got to be walking LSC all the way as best as we can, because there's a lot of spiritual things happening around us that I know some of y'all ain't seen some of these things before. It's not just what's happening to the heathen, it's what's happening to you too. Put a one up as the fight has become more intense with you and those others. And the others, I'm talking about them entities, them invisible ones. And you know what? We tighter than the invisible ones. I'm going to go on record and say it. They're going to hear me say this over there and they're going to get pissed off. We tighter than y'all invisible ones. We tighter than the principalities, than the rulers. We tighter than all of them. I know we are. Individually and collectively. Them entities is not tighter than us. They never have been tighter than us. And then why you think they always coming at us so? You think it's just because we Israel? That's part of it, yeah. You know why they come at y'all so tight? Because they don't want y'all to get back to y'all right mind. Because if you get back to your right mind, not only you gonna tear the heathen ass up, but you gonna get at them too. Yeah, I said it, and they heard me say it, and they got me on record saying it. We tighter than the invisible entities. Period. The invisible entities fear us too. Yes, they do, and they know it. Point blank. Y'all, we running around talking about we want to be equal. Equal to who? So now I'm gonna get real brief. I'm not even gonna show the video. So I'm gonna quickly paraphrase. And then I'm going to let my brothers rock out. And I got Tone Spain on because Tone Spain been in that light. He is hip-hop. He been in that world. And he understand how that whole thing moved. And I asked him to join on and so that he can speak from that perspective. But now, okay, so Kanye, we've been tracking it. Kanye did a video on Drink Champs. And Drink Champs, I watched that video through. It was a 3-hour video. I watched it and I was like, okay, he's saying some things. He a little off, but you know, if he get with the Israelites will set him straight and set him on the right path. I just hope he don't get with nobody and somebody just try to pill him out of his money. But he's not stupid. Don't let anyone tell you that this man is stupid or that something wrong with him or he's on psychotropics. No, he is not. Is he possessed with the entity? I don't know that to be true or false because I'm not around him. But I can tell you this, the man is not stupid, dumb, nor is he out of his mind. None of those things, because I can tell you this right now, with how he negotiates deals like he's a boss. I heard him how he was speaking. And like I said, I didn't know he was like that. I had no idea who this man was on that level. The brother Shaw. Point blank. So now he does this in a 3-hour interview, and then the next day, the same day, everybody start going at the Cats and Drink Champs, Nori and the other kid, and so what they wind up happening is they wind up capitulating and taking the video down. But luckily, it's still out there. So if you want to hear what the brother was saying, y'all could go find it. I got it on my computer, and I got it on this computer, and I got it on another computer, right? Just like I got the manifesto from that wicked entity that when they do finally kill him, he gonna be twisted in hell, burning. I hope he hit the bottom of hell, bust the bottom out, and then they throw him back in it. Give him a moment of freedom, then he go right back in there. That wicked entity, that wicked bastard that shot them people in Buffalo. I got that video. I saw it. And I got his manifesto. The same talking points that Tucker Carlson and them, Marjorie Taylor Greene, that wicked bastard Trump, same talking points. MAGA ain't got Israelite in it. Y'all do know that, right? MAGA ain't got Israelites in it. MAGA is Make America Great Again. You're not American. How you gonna be an American when you 3/5 of slave, 3/5 of man? And when they was writing that stuff, they were saying, "Hey, nigger, go get me a mint julep. Hey, nigger, you haven't finished picking that cotton, even though you've been working 14 hours. Nigger, you need to go pick some more cotton. God damn it! And then while you're at it, get me another mint julep." You're not an American. Get off of that. Get off of that kick. Red, white, and blue was never for you. So now they done counseled Nori. Drink Champson's under fire. You got Charlemagne the God talking about all this and that. You got my brother, Undisputable, Dr. Richie talk about this and that. But I have one question to ask you. And then you got LeBron James canceling stuff, this and that. I got one question, though. Where was the hate speech in what the man said? He said he gonna go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Where's the hate speech in that? Has there ever been a concerted effort for the African American to go at any of the fews ever in our history? Name that one time. Oh, when Nat Turner revolted? Well, he had a right to do that because he was trying to free his people. Name me that one time where Israelites say, okay, they vilify Farrakhan. Farrakhan ain't told nothing but truth. Go get the book, Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. They controlled the dope. They controlled the dope trade. They controlled the numbers game after we invented it. They controlled alcohol after we invented it. Yes, that's right. We was the original bootleggers. Yup. Every industry that you make, they see it, they make it illegal, and then as soon as they destroy you, they say, okay, now it's legal. Wash, rinse, and repeat with these wicked entities. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat. But guess what, though? Here's the biggest thing that they didn't see coming. They AI bots, they data mining, did not see this coming. They did not see the awakening coming. They did not see you folks in the chat and you folks that claim to be Israel talking about, okay, we no longer forgive you. We not forgiving you. We taking back our prayers. Our prayers is powerful. We not praying for you no more. We got our ball. We taking it home. We not praying for you. Why? We not forgiving you. You done did something heinous to my family. No. Guess what? Psalms 109. I wish you, your grandmama, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-great-great-grandfather, if they not in hell, and your grandchildren and your future children, I hope they all burn in hell. Point blank. Period. And if you don't like what I said, you could click off. Because over here, we only care about one people or one people only, and that's the Israelites. We not bow down and kowtow to nobody else. We not saying shalom to nobody else. Well, we'll say hello to other folks. I'm cordial. I'm cordial to other people. I don't disrespect nobody. I'm not walking around with being an Israelite on my sleeve. You have to try to figure that out if you need to, if that's something that's important to you. I'm not broadcasting to everybody to no heathen talking about I'm Israel. Why? So you can start asking me a bunch of dumbass questions? I don't got time for y'all like that. I got to be working on my IPs. I got to be working with my brothers to build something. So they done counsel Nori, they done counsel Kanye, and they took the video down again. But all of this is really just proving the man's point because he said that they were going to do this. And so I'm done talking my spiel about that. Brother Tone Spain, I want to get your opinion on what you've been seeing, bro, because I value your opinion, bro. But before you jump on, don't try to shoot no 3-pointers or nothing like that, bro, because y'all know Tone Spain got that deadly 3-pointer. Y'all do know that, right? If you didn't know. Get your perspective, bro.
Okay. Now I appreciate you letting me come on and speak.
Can I stop you right there? I'm gonna stop you right there, bro. You know this is you with family. This is your house. Anytime you want to jump on, bro, you know you can. But go ahead.
Man, praise y'all.
What's up?
Yeah. I kind of go back and forth on some of this because I feel like some of what he's saying is some of what's going on with him is like for his own reasons as far as business and him trying to make money or whatever. And then some of it is based in some truth. I mean, some real stuff that he's speaking on. And then some of it is encrypted. Like he's speaking on stuff that like we just not privy to. He mentioning all these names, and I don't think he's doing any of it by accident. So he's the weird thing is.
Can I stop you right there? I agree with what you said 1,000%, especially on the secret encrypted part, because this brother's not dumb. He's very, very smart. And some of the stuff he's saying is in code. A lot of people not picking up on that. That's getting by. But go ahead, bro. I'm gonna go on mute.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm like, man, what is he really saying? But obviously, I ain't in them circles. I really wouldn't know. But I think a lot of what he's doing can potentially give Israelites a bad rap, but I don't know if you can give us a worse rap than they already give us, to be honest. But he definitely I would say he needs some learning. He need to kind of sit down and be humbled and like you said, get up under an Israelite and learn the truth, because the context that he put being an Israelite in is kind of nasty. Like, I just don't even like the way he mentioned it sometimes. It's just weird how he say it, because he say an Israelite, then he say a Christian, then he say American, and he a Republican. And I'm like, the weirdest thing about all of this is when he get in a political conversation and he start mentioning them folks that he mentioning, he not telling the truth about how the Democrats and Republicans is in bed with them folks, and how the Republicans, just like the Democrats, go over to that land over there and start kissing and rubbing their pelvis on that wall. They all do that. So I don't even know how he, you know what I'm saying, like how they let him function like that. But I think the pressure is on, because I just saw a thing saying he apologized like a few hours ago.
Wait a minute.
So
He said he wasn't going to apologize because Nori apologized. Nori didn't even do that. He just had the man on his channel. So he
yeah,
doesn't
I saw
apologize now. Who he
they
apologized to?
saw they showed him he apologized to them folks for anti-Semitism. He said
No,
he's
he did
sorry.
not. He did, man.
And
We just
I
want
didn't
this
watch
show right now, man.
I didn't watch it, but he just did it like a few hours ago, and he been acting abnormal for the past couple of days. They got him out, on the streets and looking raggedy and just by himself in restaurants in the hood. So I'm like, man, they probably putting the pressure on that boy on a whole nother level.
That or they put something in his drinks.
Yeah,
Green
yeah,
tea.
but
Green tea.
yeah, but I
Ah,
would I would love for him to I would love for him to I think what he said about them controlling the way that our people are portrayed and them buying voices, um, it's deeper than music and entertainment. Them people, they control every aspect of this nation. As far as when it comes to, you know, money, they control that whole financial system. So it's deeper than music and I guess the biggest thing I got from his interview with Nori and them was uh that he definitely is a big time narcissist. Like he like, yeah, man, I had a stadium tour and they canceled my stadiums, and that's when he said he tweeted it, put his tweet up.
mhm.
So I'm like, all right, well, it seemed like that's what it was really about with him.
Well, I
Um,
want to say this. I want to say this to your point about the narcissist part. He did say that he was Moses to save his people on that interview with Nori. I believe that's what I heard him say.
yeah, that bugged me a little bit because I'm like, I don't. I mean, I ain't the most high. I can't say I can't say who he would choose, but I'm
Yeah.
like, this dude is like Moses. Moses had a lot more discipline. You know what I'm saying? A lot more humility. I don't really see none of that in him. He just kind of like bipolar. You know what I'm saying? Like he all over the place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I ain't trying to disrespect him. It's just sometimes he come across as incoherent and but in the midst of it, I don't know if he's doing that on purpose. But he don't really always articulate very well, and that's the same thing he said his father said to him. He said his
Hmm.
father told him he need to articulate better.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think it's very hard to get down with some of what he be saying because of his articulation.
Yeah, and reason why I say it's bigger than I said it was bigger than what I believed it to be because now you can call into question and they actually proved his point and but the brother capitulated. I wish we would get a brother that get to a level of the stature and not just one brother. And see, that's why I'm always saying we, because if we was at that level, we could give a damn about what the few say because we already got
Right,
our and you can't cancel us. We over here,
right.
we over here doing our thing. Middle finger to you, straight.
Yeah,
I'll say it again. Middle finger to you because we don't rock with you like that. We don't get with you like that. Nor is you gonna have our hands in. Your hands are not gonna be in our pockets in the future. There's gonna be. It's not gonna be one brother though. I'm convinced of that. The more I think about that, it's gonna be a group. It's gonna be a group of brothers and sisters, and it's gonna be that army that say, okay, we don't have to worry about what y'all doing. We don't have to worry about capitulating to y'all because we on the same plane as y'all. See,
yeah,
we don't have a cohesive economic base to be talking about we really want to do anything, right? We pretty much have to capitulate because if we don't, then you're gonna get blasted with anti-Semitism when there's no Semitic people on the earth. What? Show me a Semitic person on the earth right now. Show me their tribe. Show me where they come from. Now there's a Shemitic people on the earth, but I don't know. I don't know nobody named Semitic or Shemet.
yeah.
Somebody,
I also
go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
I also think it's weird that they try to narrow Shem down to just them. Like it's just their people. Like Shem, like y'all went all the way back to Shem, and all y'all got left is y'all, the Ish. That's
Yep.
crazy.
and they're the only ones. But them narrowing it down because they really, I'm gonna call it, they're King Bulan's people. That's who they is. King Bulan is your God, because that's where y'all got the Israelite game from when he was in confusion because he didn't know whether he was gonna go to Christianity or he was gonna go to Judaism. We know your story. We know your story, Ashkenazim. That's plain as day. So, Brother Yash, what you got to say about the situation, bro?
I'm gonna read this. This was on TMZ, and all I gotta say is, yeah, he a little cuckoo. He a little cuckoo, and he don't know whether he coming or he going. And with that, I agree. You know, because he does need to get under some sort of true Israelite leadership. You know, there's knowing the truth and living the truth are two different things. Okay, this is from TMZ. He said Kanye West may have dug an even deeper hole over his anti-Semitic comments, saying when he wanted to go DEFCON 3 on Jews, he only meant the ones who screwed him over. The rapper went on Piers Morgan's show, and it seems he thought he was going to get a more friendly reception from the host than what actually went down. He said Ye was pressed on whether his anti-Semitic remarks were racist, and he says they were indeed. See, that's what I mean, crazy. Morgan pushed Kanye, and Ye said he was targeting the Jews who did him wrong, and those are the people with whom he wanted to go DEFCON 3 on. His only apology was to the other Jews who did not deserve his ire. Again, still anti-Semitic. And I'm just going to throw my little 2 cents in there. So I guess his only apology was to us. Because you know good and damn well what he meant. That's just my little 3 cents in there. I know yeah, that's my 3 cents.
Well, you got 3 cents. I got change for a quarter. So I appreciate that, bro. And so I want to hear the family's take on it. I saw some of the posts, and so I'm gonna go ahead and throw them up, and then we'll discuss it. Neri Yabene Yaonde, they might be letting Ye speak to utilize the backlash against the truth. That's absolutely correct. But see, what they didn't, they thought it was just going to go away. Everybody thought it was just going to go away, that it was going to be a passing fad, a passing thing. But how can it be a passing fad and a passing thing when you look in the book and you read the book and you see yourself in it? Verbatim, with no ambiguity, no question mark. It's like, okay, this explains what we've been going through, because you brilliant. Tone, Yash, Deborah Lee, Nadia, you love y'all, Mr. The Original School, Ticey Rowland, Cindy Carr, Rome Me, Jason Camfor, Yvette Rivera, Marriott M, Cavity Creek, Sarita Hebrew, peace and blessings to you, sister Michelle Y, Darlena Franklin, Jason Phillip McCauley, son of Yehuda, Cindy Clark, Marriott Yakita, Omaya Yakita, Jason Camfor, Sharon O, and the list goes notoriously Hebrew, and the list goes on and on. Y'all know y'all got game, and y'all know y'all brilliant, because you go on these jobs and show them what's up. And that's just on a small level like that. The backlash against the truth, that's a real thing. But they weren't expecting you to wake up. Nobody, the earth, the AI bots wasn't expecting the awakening. Nobody was expecting the awakening. The awakening hit the earth like a nuke. Who was the only people on the earth? The only people on the earth. If you got somebody else that broke it down, please direct them to me. But who's the only people on the earth that broke down not only the 400-year prophecy, but the second Exodus? As soon as 2019 happened, what happened to the earth? The earth has been in turmoil ever since. Is that by coincidence that Trump said 1619? That came out of Trump's mouth. HR, whatever it is, whatever that was. So I'm gonna keep reading the fam's comments. Let's see. Did Kanye make an apology? I believe so, sis. I believe the brother did. Also, you can't always believe that suicide narrative. That's right, Sister CC. And that goes back to us and the family in the chat. Not only in the chat, but the family in the in that community post. Y'all cannot be deceived.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's nobody in this chat. There's nobody on the panel that can be deceived. And we could go back and look at the precepts. I could prove that. I already proved that. Matter of fact, if you want to see the proof, go to Solidarity Productions YouTube. Click on the community tab. The first post, you read that post. You can't be deceived. The elect, the book say even the very elect, if it were possible. So that means it's impossible. It's
Not only that,
impossible
he
for you
brought
to be
us out of
deceived. Go ahead, bro.
deception. He brought us out of deception. We ain't going back.
And why would we want to go back? I'm gonna read this Nature's Graffiti, Ephesians 4:16, from whom the whole body fitly joined together. Amen. All power to that. Let me read the rest of that. And compacted by the which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, make an increase of the body unto the edifying of itself. That's where we need to be at this day and time. Thank you for that, Nature's Graffiti. This is what we need, how we need to be moving and thinking. The dry bones done stood up, folks. The dry bones done stood up. Go ahead, Riash, rock out.
And I said, and that's why I added my 3 cents. And when I thought about my 3 cents, I had to make it 4 because I said, ooh, and that's kind of true because because the only ones whom he insulted with his outburst really was our people. And that's why we're having these kind of conversations right now. Should we accept Ye's thing, or should we this, should we that? It ain't about that. We didn't need Ye, we didn't need nothing. That's bigger fish to fry. But at the end of the day, the more they come against them, the more they show everything he said was true. And you got to be blind.
And see, it's gonna come a time, and I'm gonna see. I know I'm gonna see it. There's going to come a time on the earth where the Israelites going to say what they say, and they're going to say to hell with what anybody think. We don't care nothing about what the few think this hour. Why? What they going to do to us? What you going to do? We going to turn our money off? Well, we probably won't even be needing money.
Mm-hmm.
We probably won't be needing money.
Not only that.
Go ahead, bro.
Look. He got them. See. As long as we got people up there, got them running backwards, they ain't got no time to mess with us. They put them up there, get them off our backs, cause we killing them. We the true DEFCON 3.
That's right.
We on them.
That's right. Go ahead and say that, Tone.
And that's what y'all saying. Like, that's one of the things I always admired about Mashiach is that he ain't need money. He ain't need money. He was destroying their system, just being out here, just being active, being outside.
He ain't need our tithes.
Right.
I need them Trinity offerings. It's
right.
BrotherC.com. Go ahead, Tony.
He was dominant though. He was dominant over their system, and he didn't need to go in their system. I'm always wary of people going like Kanye got his money from the system. He's in that system and trying to go against it. And I ain't saying it's not genuine, but I just never seen that done successfully. And a lot of times they gotta compromise. They gotta compromise, true morality in order to get involved in that. And he made some statements of like about that in the Nori interview. He said, I don't care if y'all got me on camera doing such and such with a goat.
With a goat.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, I feel like he really talking about, and when he cried over his man Virgil. He admitted like I treated Virgil like trash. But he was also saying like, something might have been suspect with how he died.
Mm.
So I'm like, man, it was something suspect. He probably was trying to get away from Ye and sign one of them devil deals.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you heard what he said about the Super Bowl, right? With Patrick Mahomes, right?
Right, exactly. When people don't let you function, they don't let you function in their system. But I mean, all of it is I think it's just gonna embolden those on the broad path, and those of us on the narrow path gonna still move forward as if nothing happened.
Pretty much. But
And
I'll say
and
this.
with
Go ahead, Yash. Go ahead.
now, and with that said, and that what the Negroes are sleeping. I think all this really is supposed to add shock value to us, to let us know that there's something. Oh, the Most High is doing something. May not, is doing something, and even that ain't causing us to wake up. We want to follow the narrative. That's
Well,
it.
see, see. I'll say this, and we had said this when we first seen it. Ain't nobody happy in the pants about Kanye saying that he an Israelite. Nobody happy about nobody. I mean, it's cool that he said he was Jew, but nobody was jumping up and down talking about see her right. Y'all got us a record. Well, what our stance is? Our stance is this: if he's a vessel for the Father, he's a tool. No different than a hammer, no different than a screwdriver. Now, the question for Kanye is this: what kind of tool or vessel do you want to be? Do you want to be a vessel of honor or a vessel of dishonor? That's what precept is that? Is that Matthew? That's not Matthew 24. That's Proverbs. Is that Proverbs? No, that's 2 Timothy 2 and 20. I'm gonna put it up. That's 2 Timothy 2 and 20. I'll throw it in there. So which do you want to be? And I think Banya brought that out in the community page, or the communication that we was having. The speak of the entity, brother Banya. How you doing, man? What's good with it?
Hey, shalom, Mark. How's it going, bro?
Shalom.
Hey, it's going well, man. We in here talking about this whole crazy Kanye thing. Sound like Tone and my brother Yash said he capitulated and he apologized.
Hey, first I want to say shalom and blessing to the brothers on the panel, Tone, Yash, and all the people out there in the chat. So he apologized?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying we Judah. He apologized to us. He said to the ones who done me harm, and being that all of them has done us harm by stealing their identity, that's just my 5th cent. Now I'm up to a nickel.
Yeah.
I accept his apology.
So Kanye didn't apologize.
I said I had a quarter, man. Come on, bro. I said I have a quarter for you.
I'm gonna get there before the night done. I'm gonna get there.
Okay, all right.
Hey, bro, I was just sharing a laugh with the brother, man, because we as Israelites, man, a lot of times, man, we be going hard, man. We go hard for the, for the word, man, as we should. But we got to remember, man, people that got money, that don't mean they got the level of understanding you have. Everybody expecting Kanye West to be like 100% in the book and know all this and that, man. And in all honesty, have the knowledge that brothers and sisters have in the word and what they know about what's going on in the world and things like that. Just because that brother got money and he's been other places, that don't mean he got more knowledge than y'all. He's ignorant on a lot of things. I mean, the brother said the 12 tribes of Judah, So people gotta understand, man. Sometimes you gotta meet people where they at and really stop right there and really just let them grow from there. A lot of times when we see people come out and they've been in that lifestyle, celebrities and all that, we have this outlook on them that they worship the devil and all that. Sometimes, man, people are just ignorant. They're ignorant to what they doing and what they saying, man. And just having money don't put you in the status of of understanding, man. That's just money. You know, that's all that is. You know, he
Mm-hmm.
might have a business mind to do certain things that's worldly, but that don't make him a man of the book and make him knowledgeable of the word. You know, so when people expected him to come out and say 100% this or that, I think you putting your coins in the wrong bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we really should be looking toward the most high
Mm.
to really solidify things. And if he want to know more, then he'll search where he's been searching, because it's obvious where he's been looking. He's been watching you. He's
Mm.
been watching the brothers and sisters that come in these rooms. He's been watching Salt of the Earth, Dr. Kelly, Tell Ministry, the camps, GOCC, Sakari. He's been watching all
Mm-hmm.
these people. That's where he's getting his information from.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't cracking open the book and reading for himself like we
Mm-mm.
do, you know. So you got to meet him where he at. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of different questions coming up. I had one brother asked me if he was the Antichrist. You know,
Damn.
I saw that in the chat. I saw that.
I'm
I
like,
saw that.
you know, I really couldn't. I could just say no. Like,
Oh.
I don't know if you want me to piece together like a whole, you know, precepts and things like that showing why he's not. You know, other than the fact that a lot of people before him been claiming to be God and sitting in the seat trying to show themselves like they the Most High. The people that currently claim to be us is doing this that same exact thing. It's an anti-Christ spirit out everywhere. It was when Paul was walking the earth,
Mm-hmm.
Jack was walking the earth. So I don't know, like the brother said, I don't know if he deserves that dubious honor of being the one, you know, but our people, man, we gonna get there, man. You know, regardless of anybody that's coming out, man, we gotta continue doing the work and pushing and letting our people know who they are. You know, and
Amen.
that's our job, that's our work, that's what we gonna continue to do.
All
You
right.
know, but like I said, man, it's always a blessing to be on the panel and everything, man. To share our space with the brothers and sisters that come in here and drop their precepts and drop their understanding, man. Because when it comes down to it, you the ones that's gonna be the ones that's letting everybody know on the earth. You know,
Yes.
we watch videos like this all day, but the demise of the men and the women, that's what counts, man. I don't even watch our videos. I watch what you had to say about our videos.
Right.
You know, so you know,
I do the same. I read every comment I read, every comment on every video, and I read all of the comments in the chat because that's the most important thing. What you were saying brings to mind Matthew 24 and 24. We read it earlier. We read it again. For there shall arise false Christs, false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, even so much that if it were possible, that they deceive the very elect. That's a fitting precept for today. But we don't have to build the whole show on one precept because throughout the day the fam gonna be dropping precepts and we're gonna be dropping precepts. So I'm gonna get back to conversing with the family. My sisters say, Father has been showing me the entities in my dreams, and they tell me their names and their purposes. Well, you tell them entities, whoever they is, that they're not tighter than you. Just let them know next time they come to you, let them know, okay, Mr. or Miss Entity, whatever you are, you might be androgynous. So if you're a spirit being, you're more than likely androgynous. Well, you ain't got no sex, you're sexless. But at the same time, you let them know at the same time, okay, thanks for you telling me your name and what your purpose is. So then if you got a purpose, then you probably either here to do our bidding, but you better be doing the will of the Father. And just know this, I'm tighter than you because my Father created you. And he made me in his image. So don't think that you're tighter than me because you're not. There is no entity that ever been created that's tighter than the Israelites. Point blank, period. Now I'm gonna keep reading the folks in the chat. Q Real Live, Shalom, Miss Power. There's a video of Pierce Morris show called, yeah, I think we covered that. I think we got it, that sis. We appreciate that. And y'all Coleman, Shalom, peace and blessings, sis. We tired of, yes, we are tired of his ass. I'm straight tired of him. Yes, I am. I'm tired. Unto him and all the powers, principalities, the rulers, the ones over these areas that be doing all this wickedry and deviltry that we do. I'm tired of all of them. I really am tired of them. Seriously, because they have everything, using the heathen as an example. Everything, the head is really the tail, and the tail is really the head. Because when I look at the heathen, I'm not impressed by them. I'm not impressed by their wisdom, their knowledge. what they say they built, which is nothing. What they used to always say, oh yeah, Japan and China done stole technology. You a lie, because Japan and China right now got better technology than what we got over here. They had you believe in that lie. They put that same lie in movies. Oh yeah, Japan done stole our technology. You a damn lie. Japan ain't stole nothing from you. If anything, it's the other way around. And I'm not saying that USA got technology, they do. But at the same time, stop the lies. Stop it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep
But the thief come
getting
to kill, steal, and destroy.
That's all he good for.
That's
Go ahead and
America.
say that, y'all. Go ahead and say that. I'm sorry.
The thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. If they stole us, you know what I'm saying? If they stole all the gold out of our land, if they stole all the money out of our land, you know good and darn well everything they got is stolen.
And look how stupid they
stole this land.
Look how stupid they is. They'll take, okay, so if you find an artifact, right? If you find a gold artifact, wouldn't you leave it in the state that it's in? You wouldn't melt that down, right? These fools done melted a lot of that stuff down. Like, y'all stupid. It's worth more money if you leave it in the condition and state that it's in, dummy. And then maybe you can give it back to its rightful owner, because you done took loans on it so many times. Because that's really the real money. But anyway, we keep it moving. So we sow and seed. Ye is the least of Israelite and Gentiles' problem. That's right. That you are 100% correct. You are 1000% correct. And again, I must say this. Nobody over here was happy in the past talking about, oh, Kanye. We done seen high-end stars and all of that talking about their Israel. We done seen this movie done played before. What we haven't seen, though, is that we have never seen a billionaire talk about the Israel. But it's so convoluted. It's like what has happened is him saying the hate speech, which he's a Jew, that's got convoluted and missed with all the other foolishness that they get. You sweep that on the rug. And then, too, you would look at this man and say, okay, he says he's this, he says he's that. You are going to now question, okay, why do blacks because I read this somewhere, why are blacks always culture appropriating the Jewish faith? I've seen that several times now. It's actually interesting, but it is what it is.
Did you find it?
No, because you know why? A lot of times, bro, I'll read something, and what I like to do is I like to go and read the minds of men and women.
Yeah.
Very rare that I'll comment. I'll comment on our pages, but it's very rare that I'll comment on a heathen page.
I hear you. I watch this stuff too, and it's disgusting. and I gotta hold myself back from ripping them, because they the worst.
Yeah, and see, with that in mind, I don't come at them, because they're going to see that their foolishness is folly. But what I do notice now is that on times that I do post, they don't even comment on it. They just go right by it. They won't even say anything, because it's like you can't. And I think I did it today. I did it today on somebody's post. I said Trump is a fool. However, he's going against the system of R/WS, and that's interesting. And see, they don't even know what R/WS is, and they haven't asked me, and I'm not going to tell them, right? See, that's how I like to play with them. I like to play the fool with them, or play them for a fool too, because when you boil the water, you get steam. When I boil them, I see that they're not very bright. I see that they're lazy as hell. A lot of them is illiterate.
Yeah.
I shake my head all the time. You got a Fortune 17 company that I used to work for, got some of the dumbest people making tons of money and in management that you could ever imagine. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I say it again. I work for a Fortune 17 company. I don't no longer work for them now, but I worked for a Fortune 17 company. Trying to figure out who it was. Good luck. And I'm not telling you on the open air. They know who I work for. They know what I was doing for them. But anyway, let's keep it moving, because this ain't about me. Let's read what the family got to say. Don't let Esau cheat you out of your birthright. We are Americans. We are not of the United States. That's the XO Corporation. Okay. Let's keep reading. Yay, health issues are none of our business. Leave that topic alone. Tasha K looking at a $4 million defamation lawsuit. Tread lightly. I appreciate that, sis. And hopefully we haven't said nothing to get sued. And the reason why I say that is because, and that's a good point, and I want to touch on this for a second, in that we have to be very careful of what we say when we're on YouTube, when we're doing things, because that Alex Jones thing done set a precedent where they could easily come in and shut down all these Israelite stations and channels to try to counsel us. But it's actually too late because you're not gonna stop the awakening. But that's an awesome point, sis. Hopefully, go ahead, bro.
Not only that, though, you know what the problem is, though, with that? Even though I do agree with it, they're too greedy. We small.
Oh no, man.
You don't know? I mean, they'll try to shut us down, but you can't. First of all, because this is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. But they are. Everything with them is truly, to me, is truly, as what I see, is truly about money. And all they got to do is they already got the power. They'd rather shut down someone big because, see, they think that these people have influence because they have millions of followers. When they look at people who got hundreds of followers and you down in the South, they don't even consider you an influencer. Because like Brother C said, they are stupid. But
pretty much, I didn't say that, but yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We must watch what we say, though. We do.
Yeah, we definitely. And see, Yash, you're accurate in your statement. They also like to not only they're money driven, but any chance that they can step on your neck, they are going to do it. And for them, it's sometimes it's sport.
Yeah, it's a sickness.
Because they sick like that. They love pain and they love blood and they love gore. I mean, the whole horror movie thing, that never really appealed to me. And I'm not scared of horror movie. That's just stupid stuff. It's stupid to watch. Okay, you got a monster coming after you, and then you gonna have, like that commercial. You gonna say,
okay, in a running car.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah. No, let's go hide where the monster at instead of going jumping in the car. So nobody, and that once again shows, because that's stupid for you to do that. But you're spot on with saying that. But their hatred is so perfect for us. It's really, money is a big thing for them. But they would like to see salt of the earth go down just because. Oh yeah, we got those niggers taken down. They were talking about that one lizard. What's his name? I called him earlier.
Joel Osteen.
Why is it that I can see that man face and I always forget his name? I hate when I do that too. And y'all think I'm playing, but I'm not playing. I'm really seriously having a brain freeze when it comes to him. But yeah, no, nobody listening to him, and we say something about him. Well, we need to run fair use, but we're not making any money off of what we're doing. I'm not sure if that makes a difference or not. So hopefully, like the sister said, we don't say anything that's going to get us in trouble. Let's keep reading what the family says. The stone which the builder rejected, that has become the head of the building. That's right. You better believe that. DEFCON, defense conditioning, readiness, posture. Nothing wrong with defense. That's right. My brother Yash put up what DEFCON is. I'm going to go ahead and put that up just so that everybody get an understanding of what DEFCON is. So this comes from DEFCON level. The current DEFCON level alerts range from status levels 1 to 5, with DEFCON level 1 being the highest actually U.S. military defense readiness condition. So Kanye was saying, I want to hit you guys. I want to be in the middle against y'all, but he's done capitulated, so it's actually a moot point.
You know what? DEFCON 3 means heightened awareness.
Let's see. You just said that. I'm gonna put that up. DEFCON 3 roundhouse increase in force readiness above the required for normal readiness. Okay, so it's really just about just being ready and being prepared. But you know what though? The Israelites, those that's LSC, been on DEFCON 3.
Mm-hmm.
The brother that do the African channel, the Go Black to Africa. Y'all know who he is.
Yeah,
he did a 10-minute. He did a 10-minute thing on the whole Kanye Nori thing. But he said something that was cold, and he believes he's Israel. He needs to learn and study more, but he believes he's Israel. And the folks in the chat do all in his chat in his live stream also and in the comment section. But he said something that was critical that we say all the time and that we know we in a war. And see, you cannot be talking about you a Christian and the heathen is your brother, and yet you at war, you in a war with him.
But that's crazy talk, bro. We ain't in no war. We free, bro.
Oh, okay.
We ain't in no war, man. We don't got no people being mass incarcerated.
Free to get your hair caved in. Yes.
We got millions of babies aborted, bro.
Okay.
We ain't got guns and drugs being plundered in our neighborhoods.
Okay.
We ain't had redlining, and it ain't like they bombed our cities and bombed our towns, right? They ain't do that. We ain't been dealing with murders from police officers and the splitting of our families. We ain't been dealing with none of that stuff, bro. We have not been dealing with slavery. Our forefathers came here on their own. They decided to come and work for them. We chose to come here.
Yeah, that was a choice thing, right?
Yeah, we chose to come here and work. We migrated over here on ships. They was happy. We were lucky to get a boat ride here.
Oh,
you know,
stowaways. We were stowaways,
so that we could work for these people for free. We wanted to do that for free because we wanted to help build the American system, and because we wanted to build the American system, we didn't need we didn't need our heritage anymore. We wanted to throw that away, and we wanted to get our forefathers wanted to get beat with whips, you know, so we can make sure that we forget our names. Right? We wanted to make sure that we forget that stuff. So we asked them to beat our names out of us, and to separate our families, our daughters, and make the sons sleep with the mothers, and raise us up in camps where, you know, we breeding farms. You know, they did that for us so we can build our population. All this stuff that America did that for us.
Wow, that's fascinating. That's a fascinating perspective, Bonnie. Do you plan on running for office?
Hey man, you know what, man? It's only my rightful service to let Esau do his first, and then I'll get the crumbs off of whatever Esau get.
Are you affiliated with Candace Owens at all?
Oh yeah, that's my girl.
What about Larry Elder? You hang out with him?
Larry Elder, he's coming by the house today, so I'm gonna make him some fish fry.
Hey man, you hoop with Officer Tatum, right?
Yeah.
What about Jesse Lee? Did he come by for dinner?
Jesse Lee, man, we ain't been talking lately, but you know, he's still.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate the commentary about it. I appreciate the commentary, Bonnie. We're going to move on, though. We're going to greet my brother, Elijah Yasha'ah, the Body Lion. Bless y'all, family. Peace and blessings to you, brother. It's good to have you on. It's good to see you. Let's read some more comments. Awesome commentary, brother Bonnie. That's a fascinating perspective. I'm going to I have to stop talking about the family doing because that was absolutely an amazing dialogue. Sir, you should go into acting, sir. Notorious Hebrew, he was out of line. He was right. Let's see. My brother Romy says DEFCON 3 means increasing forces readiness above normal readiness and would be used. I think my brother posted that earlier. Let's see what else the family got to say about the Kanye thing. My Romy says Kanye was very coded. Let's see here. Remember, you came from a military background. Yeah, there's something going on. Even though he apologized, we're going to see something else come out of this whole thing. But the most important thing is that the elect will not be deceived, whether there's whether it's Denzel Washington, or whether it's Robert Downey Jr. or Robert De Niro. It could be Dr. J. It could be Sam Perkins, Chuck Woolery. Who is that? Tom Brady. It could be Bubba Washington, Bubba Watts, Tiger Woods. It don't matter. What they need to do is, once they come up under the knowledge that they're Israel, they need to sit their monkey behind down, sit down, shut up, and hold on. Y'all remember that phrase?
Exactly.
Get up under an Israelite and let an Israelite teach you the truth. Go ahead and speak that, Yash.
No, I just said exactly. Sit up, shut up, whatever you said, sit down, and hold on.
Yeah, that's what they used to tell you when you get into somebody's sorry. Get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on. That's what you coming to the knowledge of the truth. The book is going the Ruach is going to show you everything in that book that's true. You're not going to have to go running to and fro listening to nobody now. But I would recommend, and you don't have to get under nobody here, but you get under somebody that's teaching you the book. And don't get under nobody that's not LSC. That's the only recommendation that I got. If they not teaching you the law, statutes, and the commandments, you need to run from them fast.
Amen.
If I ever get on here talk about, okay, it's not LSC, run me up out of here. Put it in the comment section. Don't have him never on no show. He's a liar. Put it in the comment section. And I will read it because I read every comment. We read every comment in the chat. I read everything in the chat, and I read every comment on every video and community post. There's not nothing that we don't read because it's about the minds of men and women. You're not going, you come up under the knowledge of the truth, you better run to an Israelite. And it should automatically appear in your mind that, okay, me being an Israelite is counter. Yeah, that should be the first thing that registers in your mind. Me being an Israelite potentially is counter to this whole Christianity thing. Christianity is a mix of Catholicism and all this other foolishness. That mystery religion that came before Catholicism, that was Catholicism 300 to 400 years before you even talk about Mashiach. They was in this mess.
Ancient Canaanite deity worship.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Greco mythology mixed with,
Zeus and
Greco mythology mixed with Hebrew understandings of what the Most High is. That's what they do. We gonna keep tearing down Christianity. We ain't got nothing against Christians per se. Those of our people who, ascribe to that title, but the doctrine is felonious. It's garbage. It's the bane of evil. Like, you look at all these places that claim and people that claim to follow Christianity, man. And none of these people care to delve into the history of it, and how it began and where it came from. Everybody just assumes that, the Bible is a Christian book. That's the assumption of the world. It's unless that people don't open up the book and actually read it. So, even you get into the New Testament, the Greek names, and you're dealing with a whole bunch of garbage, but people don't even understand what Paul was saying, Peter was saying. They just take those scriptures and they just add their own American westernized spin on the stuff. Like Paul was dealing with a whole melting pot of people. Like the Bible was based on a melting pot of people and not a people that pertain to the covenant that the Most High made. Like, people think the Bible was an American book, like it's a whole melting pot of people in the covenant. That's what they think.
God bless America.
Yeah, they think like it's
And
an
white folks
American book,
apple
like
pie.
all the, when Paul was saying the proselytes and everybody was coming and all the, what happened to all those people when Jerusalem fell? We had so many nations that's supposed to be Christians, right? What happened? How did Jerusalem fall? And furthermore, how did they end up having a council about the book with none of the people that wrote the book there? Because you had Jerusalem had fell, and the Israelites were scattered throughout the earth. And then
they moved up to Germany.
You guys, a bunch of Greco-Romans discussing what the book and what Mashiach was amongst themselves, and all these guys were anti-Shemitic, hated our people, hated them, wanted to steal the covenant from them, wanted paint the likeness of the images in the books, wanted to pull Psalms 83 on them, make them not a nation, right? But none of that stuff don't matter to Christians, bro. It don't matter. None of that history matters when it comes to them upholding pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster Easter, Halloween, Christmas, you know.
But we prayed over it.
Flip all, yeah. We prayed over it. So, you know, pass the bacon, pass the shrimp and the cocktail so I can have my eggnog and enjoy my life or my supposed following of what Mashiach did. You know?
Yeah, man. And so that's a whole and I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier. We don't hate our brothers and sisters and our family members that's in Christianity. Matter of fact, we do these videos and we always have them check for sound and the chat so that the family can go back and listen to them and read them. We don't hate our family. We love our family. We love our brothers that's in atheism. We love all of our family that in whatever mess they in. Because the reason why they're in this mess is because they don't know who they are. As soon as you come into the knowledge of who you are, the scale should fall off. You look at the book differently. You got to put down everything that you was, and you got to start all over here. It's Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete on the old DOS systems would reboot your machine. Now Control Alt Delete just lock you out or allow you to reboot. If you're on the old DOS machines, DOS 1 through 6.21, brother, see what you know about them things. Let me stop talking. Anyway, let's get back to so hopefully sowing seeds. You need to repent. Yeah. And I start your other comment too, sis. I'm gonna go back to that one. I'm gonna put that one up. Let's put that one up. Check out Shout Out Paradise. Israelites need to repent. That's right. Yeah, we all. And when you say Israelites, you talk about the northern and southern kingdom. I don't call the northern and southern kingdom anymore because the next kingdom we gonna see them dry bones come together is the kingdom of the Israelites. So y'all notice how to stop calling y'all the northern and southern kingdom because we the people of the book. We the Israelites. We the book people. So let me keep on keeping on with the with this here. Kanye's is distraction and diversion. There's something to that, sis. Definitely. And I'm gonna stand on what I said earlier. There's nobody in this chat that can be deceived. There's nobody on this panel that can be deceived. There's no way possible that because you the elect. We already brought it out. I'm gonna keep saying it. You the elect, and because you the elect, you fit Matthew 24:24. We done read it twice. We can read it 3 times for a trifecta. But the elect cannot be deceived. It's impossible. If the Father says something, that's what it is. It's not what your brother C say. It's what the book say. The book say you cannot be deceived. You the elect, you cannot be deceived. Point blank. So if the Father said that, who am I to argue with? I just have to go with it and accept it. And guess what? In the book, somebody get that precept where it says his word will never come back void. Whether your brother C believe it or not, it don't matter because it's the Father's word.
Amen.
See how that worked?
Brother hey, bro, I gotta cut.
Hey, man. Hey, right on for jumping home, bro. It's good having you, man. You stay up. I'll holler at you, man. Be safe out there.
Peace and blessings to all the brothers then. Peace and blessings, brothers.
Yeah, shalom, man. Thanks for your input.
Coming on again, Brother Tone, also.
Shalom, bro.
All right. Shalom.
Yeah, and Brother Tone, everybody else in the chat, y'all welcome here. Hey, Brother Elias, how you doing, bro? What's good with it?
Hey, bro, I ain't missed it. I ain't miss it, dude.
Oh, nah, man. We just rocking out. We just sitting there talking. We're about to move on. We're about to move off of Kanye, but if you got some input on Kanye, you can go ahead and throw your input in.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I had to get my kids to sleep, then I had to, clean up the kitchen.
Man, don't worry about that, man, because we're about to go into some current events topics. We're gonna spend some time going into current events, but we just been spending time talking about the whole Kanye thing, talking about Nore, talking about them shutting him down and then him apologizing and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, for me, okay, that's all very fine and nice. There's gonna come a time where the Israelites is not gonna apologize to nobody, and I know I'm gonna see that time. I'm gonna see that time where we stand up, we be like, well, what we apologizing for? What
No,
why we saying sorry for to who and for what? Go ahead, bro. Rock out.
no. I was just gonna say that I feel what you're saying. We should be unapologetic, man, after all the suffering we've been through. I mean, when I think about Kanye, and I said this in the community post, you know, Kanye, just like, Nick Cannon and, you know, I forget the brother's name, excuse me, who came into the truth recently, Brian T. Jackson, I believe his name was, Ice Cube and, what's the other guy's name? Out of LA, real good rapper. I can't even remember his name right now. But the point I'm trying to make is that all these guys in their infancy and what they believe in the truth and how they know the truth to be, these brothers are the fruit of brothers going out to teach on the street corners and, on the different platforms online. And, these brothers are exposed to that, so when they don't have it all the way right, how could you? They got the basic understanding that we are the Israelites. Kanye said the 12 tribes of the Jews. We understand that the brother means the 12 tribes of Israel. So 1 second. So we understand that the brother, he's speaking according to what he knows. Is he the perfect spokesman? We didn't ask the man to speak, and the man spoke on his own based off of things he might have learned from just being online, whatever way he came across the information. So I say that it's good that he's vocal on that. He doesn't have to be the most articulate. He doesn't have to be our chosen representative, because if we all had to get together to choose a representative, we'd just be in shambles, because we wouldn't be able to trust each other to choose any one person to do the job. So whatever way the Most High moves upon a man's spirit to be vocal about who we are and what our position is and what's to come, let that man do that. And I think that one of the main things we should do is that we should be one of the first groups. And I said this to Brother Karai, Brother Banya. We should do a video telling Kanye, welcoming the brother, asking him, hey, listen, come to us and learn more. Learn how to articulate it better. Let's put out a PSA for the brother. Let's welcome him. Make them want to learn more. But if we pull the golden sword out and we put it to his back, then we just make an enemy out of him. And the problem with making an enemy out of somebody with such a great platform, he reaches more people. We do more detriment to the movement or to the truth than we would had we tried to ingratiate the brother. Now, if he doesn't want to do it, so be it. But we should take the initiative and say, hey, brother, your brother's over here. Come learn more. Come learn how to properly apply it. Come learn the truth as it truly is. That's something that we don't seem to do as Israelites, man. First thing we do is we come out and we say, oh, well, he didn't say this right. He didn't say that right. Or he didn't do this. He didn't do this the way he should have. How can it?
Hey, brother.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
While you just made that statement, I just want you to go ahead and repeat exactly what you said, but not what we should do. Just make it an official appeal, a call out, and do that welcome. While we, if you're okay with that, brother Clear, while we out here on there live, that was very wise, I believe, of you. I mean, it's crazy on one instant because it's putting a bullseye, but it was right to do that because we do attack our brother. So with that, I'm gonna just be quiet and go ahead and do that. Put that out there again.
I was just saying that we put out a PSA welcoming the brother to learn more about the truth.
There you go. That's our
put
PSA right there.
I mean, and maybe other brothers just like him and say, okay, there's a team of brothers, there's a family right there that's willing to help me through this thing. And maybe we can help him be a voice to not thousands but millions, and maybe the other brothers that are of the Israelite community will come out and say, okay, we need to do the same, because it's like the Messiah said, he was not against us, is on our part. You know, I mean, I'm not talking
You're
about
right.
what Kanye. I'm not talking about what Kanye said when he made certain rap songs and all that. Because if you really just want to talk about our brother's past, then all of us are dead in our sins, and we want to do it that way. You know?
Hey, not only that, we all carry this sort of uh it's a I guess it's a Christian spirit, just holier than thou. We want to condemn people because they not like brother Bonnie brought it up earlier. They're not in the place where we are. We expect people to automatically come in and be right there on point, keeping laws, statutes, and commandments, walking holy, and that's a bad that's a bad spirit on us. That's a holier than thou attitude on us. You know what I mean? The whole nation. I wish that all of us, like Paul said, I wish that the whole nation would come to repentance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I won't go. I won't go that far and say, and I myself be accursed. I'm not that deep, but I still wish that the whole nation would do that. You know, and that's my prayer.
So I mean, we and I agree with you, brother. So, you know, I'm saying that this needs to be done. We have some sharp brothers when it comes to producing good quality, high quality material to make a proper presentation. I say we do that. We call him out by name, and then it's on him after that. We don't hear nothing, and so be it. Let him speak it how he speak it. But that I believe that's what we should do, and I think every time. Starting and letting this be the first. This is what we do with our brothers. That way, we can have some way of, putting the correct words out there in context. If he does reach out, because let me tell you, the brother coming out there basically puts him alone. I'm pretty sure there's nobody in his circle that is a shield or a sympathetic ear or somebody who feels like he does, even saying those things. Now you can almost see some of the nervous or anxiousness in him while he's saying it. So I'm just saying I believe that we need to we'll take that initiative. And we'll discuss that, and hopefully the brother reaches out, because we can easily say to him, we don't need nothing from you.
Exactly.
we ain't trying to we ain't coming to you for no business, no
We
payday
don't want
loans or
none.
nothing like that. All we want you to do is know the truth. That's it.
That's it.
Live your life.
And so, fam, you guys have appreciate that word, brother Lasha. Y'all been noticing that I've been putting up, been throwing up real quickly what you guys have been saying. You guys and gals have been saying. I appreciate your words. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to move off of the Kanye thing, and I'm going to open it up for everybody. Open it up if you guys want to talk about something specific, some current event, or something that you've seen that's got you stirred or anything, just current events. If you want to talk about it, you can put that on the table and we could discuss it. Go ahead and put that in the chat, and then if I see it, I'll go ahead and grab it and we'll talk about it. But let's move off of the Kanye thing, because like we said earlier, Kanye does need to get under some real tutelage so he can be instructed, just like how he was instructed in Christianity, but even better, because you cannot be oil and water don't mix, right? No matter if you put it in a blender, you can put it in your Ninja or your food processor, but you're never going to get that oil and water to mix. They're always going to separate. The same holds true for Christianity and being an Israelite according to what the book says an Israelite is. Nowhere the two should never mix or meet. And so if you have brothers and sisters that are still under that paradigm, you could direct them to our channel and have them listen to how we say what we say, because everything we say has come straight out the book. It's not no filter, and it's only the only filter is the Ruah. And we're not coming with nothing on our own accord. So what do y'all want to talk about? Let me see here. I'm gonna pull up some of these comments. The serial deleter in case he hurt my sister. That's a good one. That's a good one. I hope they kill him right now and he busts the bottom out of hell. That's that Tim Haslett entity, right? Yeah. So there was a serial killer in KC, And one of the so-called ministers, one of our people out there, brought this to the police's attention, and the police lied and said, "Oh yeah, no, there's no serial killer here. You are sadly mistaken." And what happened? Finally, the serial killer, the sister, escaped and got away. But this man was targeted. Tim Haslett Jr., I believe that's his name. He was targeting so-called African American women who was killing them, and now the cops got egg on their face because you had the brothers there and the sisters there doing the work that they should have been doing. Now, how come every time we tell the heathen something, they always say, "No, it's not." You tell the heathen the sky is blue. No, it's not. You tell the heathen the water is wet. No, it's not. That's all they keep saying. And then they go to find out it's so. And then they say, "Well, the nigger did tell us that this was going on, but we don't listen to you. You don't have enough equity for us to listen to we don't need to listen to what you're saying." Y'all know that look that they get when you talking to them. They get that glazed over eyes, be glazed over. They just be staring you dead-eyed, looking at you when you elucidating and breaking them off with either technology or whatever you breaking them off with, and they get that glazed look on their face. Cop had the glazed donut face. Eyes was glazed over, and then what happened? Exactly what the people Casey was saying was real. Serial killer out there killing our women, kidnapping them, torturing them, raping them over and over again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the article up. Y'all brothers got something on that? Or you brothers aware of that?
I heard about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro. No, you got it, bro.
No, I don't, because I didn't even really. I heard about it, but I didn't, and I've been meaning to look into it, but I never did. So.
Yeah, man, I just heard vaguely about it. I mean, I can't say that I have a lot of information on the situation. I just heard there was a serial killer, and that's about the extent of it, man. I really don't know the ins and outs of it.
We're going to get into this for a minute. Thanks for that, JPM. Thanks for that, bro. We're going to get into it. We'll talk about this for a minute. We're going to move to another topic. Let's see here. Let me switch it to a different mode. Switch it to that mode right there. Okay, so hopefully the fan could see it. I need to increase this. I'm going to increase the size of it. And you had the family down there telling them, "Hey, look, there's somebody killing black women." Kansas City police call reports of serial killer targeting black women unfounded. You lying cops. You lying police officer. Unfounded. Then a woman escaped. According to the neighbor who saved her, Timothy Haslett, this wicked entity. Look how he look. Look how this entity look. I'm gonna zoom him up close. Father, kill him now. Kill him and his family and his children and his children's children and his mom and dad and his grandparents. Destroy this wicked entity now, Father. Destroy. Look how he look.
Amen.
Look how he look. Timothy,
like,
I call this man. Go ahead.
Charles Manson used to look.
He looked like Charles Manson, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Haslett Jr. Timothy Haslett Jr., 39, was arrested Friday in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, and charged with first-degree rape, aggravated sexual offense, first-degree kidnapping, second-degree assault, according to reports, after a black woman he allegedly kidnapped, whipped, raped, tortured, escaped, and ran to a neighbor's house for help, saying he had already murdered two of her friends. You wicked bastard. I hope the Father kill you tonight. I'm going to keep reading. Dang, brother, see you hard. No, I'm not. I'm tired of the heathens doing what they've been doing to us with impunity. I hope something happened to you, Timothy Haslett Jr. I hope it happened to you tonight. And that I already pronounced what I pronounced over your family. So be it.
Them, police officers too.
And with them lying tell officers too deserve all of that too. They deserve Psalms 109. This woman escaped, and then but you read the headlines, Kansas City police call report of serial targeting black women unfounded. And they say based on their investigation, it was. Let's continue to read this. The woman who escaped Haslett's home reportedly was wearing a short black latex dress. It wasn't a short black latex dress. It was actually a garbage bag, a metal dog collar with a padlock, and duct tape around her neck when she begged neighbors for help. Lisa Johnson, 41, who has lived in Excelsior Springs her whole life, she said was getting ready for work around 7:35 a.m. Friday when she heard a faint "help me" from outside her door, which was open. Johnson says she spoke with a young woman who told her she was being held against her will. She looked straight at me and said, "Help." Johnson said at her home, and mind you, the person who helped her was a heathen. Lisa Johnson is a heathen. Wednesday, adding that when she told the woman she was going to call the police, she begged her not to. "Please don't. If you call the cops, he's going to kill us both," the woman said, Johnson recounted. And something tells me that the cops probably knew about it. I have a sneaky suspicion. I ain't got nothing to say left, right, or indifferent. But for the cops to say, "Oh no, that's not going on," well, I'm asking the question: were the cops complicit in this wicked deviltry? Johnson called the police anyway, and when they arrived, the woman said she had managed to escape when Haslett took his son to school. Now, this wicked entity got somebody he been killing people, killing black women, got somebody in his house with constantly area, and he got a son there. She was emaciated and her hair was matted. Mind you, she got kidnapped in mid-September. Okay, here we go right here. The Kansas City Defender reported that Bishop Tony Caldwell, now this is the brother that called to blew the horns and was trying to bring the attention to the authorities. A local community leader was one of many who made reports of numerous murdered and missing black women in mid-September. The police discredited these reports at the time. Police, what are you good for? Just eating donuts? How come you cannot listen when we telling you something? It's no wonder that these people is cursed. Somebody tell you investigate them. It's no different than that Jeffrey Dahmer thing. It's the same thing. Somebody tell you something, go investigate it. You're going to let Jeffrey Dahmer go. Jeffrey Dahmer got somebody, Jeffrey Dahmer drunk driving, and I haven't seen the Jeffrey Dahmer series yet. Jeffrey Dahmer driving, drunk, got a chopped up body in a backseat in bags, and you don't do nothing. What's wrong with y'all? You got that much hate where you automatically, when you hear a so-called African American who's really an Israelite talking to you, you shut down? You can't hear nothing? Bishop Tony and all these other people that live in KC was telling you about this wicked bastard. Father, open up their ears where they could. Now, I don't want to be equal to them because I'm not equal to none of them. I'm not equal. Not asking for no equality. Father, we asking for some justice on this one. As many people as this entity took out, the same number of his family members need to go the same way. All wreck. The Kansas, I'm gonna read, we already read all of that. The Kansas City Police Department said in a statement to the defender after the arrest, "We base our investigations on police incident reports of criminal activity. We do still maintain that there is no indication that what you guys reported was accurate, and there was no indication that there was anything supported that claim. We share what information we can publicly." I'm not even gonna read the rest of y'all lies. I'm done with this story because it's just gonna get me more and more angry.
Now, let me say some. Let me say something other.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You know, this is just for those who might feel like the pronouncement upon this man and his family or his team is a little retributive. It actually is a necessary thing because these atrocities happen to our people, and Esau or this nation wants us to be complicit in it. They want to come along and say, let's forgive and pray together and pray for leniency when they put the knife to our back. when they turn a blind eye to the killings of our people. But then as soon as a hair on one of their people's head is touched, they ready to destroy families, take away kids, put you in prison for life, give you the death penalty, show no leniency, no mercy, you know. But then soon as his team do something, they want to send the courtroom stuff. A judge, I forgive him for killing my mother. Judge, I forgive him for killing my father. Hell no. There ain't no forgiveness there. I want his head. After 400 years of rape, robbery, and murder, mass incarceration, I feel like our brothers felt, or how our brothers felt in Revelations, how long ago? No more of this stuff where we want these people to be, you know, to not get the recompense they deserve. And if their families, their children, these things are coming along with it, because they're never going to get it. They're not going to understand until it's like in Numbers, the 25th chapter, when their kids is taken into slavery, when their wives are ravaged. It's not that I'm saying that we calling these things or any of their people. We're not calling them out. But as you do, so you receive.
I appreciate that that clarity, bro. I truly appreciate that, because it's time out for us to be praying for these people in this nation. We Israelites don't even know how powerful their prayers are. That's why that's how I done figured it out. I didn't decode it. It's been decoded. And I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Praying for them.
That's exactly what it is. You know why they want you to be praying for them, want you to be forgiven, so because they know that you connected. Soon as you stop saying you praying for them, it's curtains. Part of the reason why you're seeing so many calamities on the earth. Y'all powerful than these entities that's roaming around on the earth. They don't want that to get out though. So we're not going to talk about that. But you praying for this wicked nation? You praying for this wicked construct? Why? Stop it. Pronounce Psalms 109 like we always do. Psalms 109, I believe it's Psalms 90 or Psalms 91. One of them. It might even be Psalms 9. One of them is the same thing. David wasn't playing around with his enemies. Why are you? This entity right here was mowing down our sisters, the most vulnerable people on planet Earth, next to our young children. And one thing I noticed about the heathen, let me say this, and then I'll let you rock out. One thing I noticed about the heathen, that they don't have no regard for our women. I see how they look at our women. I see how they talk to our women. The stuff I see on video, they look at our women. They're not like how we look at their women. With we give them a little bit of respect, right? They don't look at our women like that. They look at our women. They'll fire on our women quick as they'll try to fire on a man. Go ahead and rock that, bro.
Now I was just gonna say, Elder Cleo, this story right here, this is just a recognition of a shot in the ass. Because if you really want to be technical, black women in their 20s, 30s, it's innumerable reports of black women going missing all over this US of A that never get reported. I mean, I'm talking about damn near an epidemic, on the verge of a pandemic, of how many black women go missing every year that you never hear about. And then they throw one news article out there to give us a shot in the ass to say, okay, here's a story right here, but omitting all the sisters. Like, go online and look it up. How many black women in America, or Latino women, or whatever way you want to look at any type of so-called classified minority, mainly black women, that go missing every year, and you don't hear nothing about it. Cold cases like crazy. So, you know, these things have been going on, and if it was white women going missing like that, you would have something done. You would have something done many, many years ago, instead of rarely ever hearing about stories like this, because this is not the first time that so-called serial killer has been known to be out there. Just look at them truck stops out there in the mountains, where a lot of so-called call girls go missing every, I'm just saying, brother, the stuff is out there so rampant. Women getting stolen and taken into slavery, sold in other countries. This stuff has been going on.
Yeah.
It's a market for our women. It's a market for our people. And the United States government can act like they don't got a large part to play in it, and having these foreign diplomats come over with immunity, and they're able to take a pick of the litter. You never know what's happening to our women after that. So I'm just saying, man, this stuff been going on. They've been complicit with these things.
Yeah.
I would say yes, it's been going on, and I would say that they've been complicit, and I would say that anybody that's touching the apple of his eye, that the Father destroy them immediately, without fail, without waiting. So we're gonna hit the next story. Leanne King, I'm going to assume that you're talking about Jaheim McMillan. Leanne King, are you talking about Jaheim McMillan? If you are, sis, put a one up in the chat. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about. If that's the case, we're going to go ahead and run that story too. 15-year-old young fellow was shot by police, sire down the street from me at Family Dollar. So, sis, was that Jaheim McMillan? Let me know if that was Jaheim McMillan, because I'm about to run that. That's a one. Okay, that's a go then. You just green lighted the story. I appreciate you, sis. So let me go ahead and present my screen, and we're gonna talk about Jaheim McMillan and the situation with him and the wicked deviltry that happened to him. There's a lot that's going on, fam, and a lot of times I'll be wanting to do stories about some of this stuff, and then a lot of times I'll say, okay, I'm gonna keep it straight. But there's a lot going on the earth. There's a lot going on the earth. I tell you what, there hasn't been a time like this. But knowing that we're going backwards in time, and I'll tell you this all the time. At the same time, we're going forwards in time. We're going backwards in time. So those of you, it will behoove you to get as close as you can with the Father. How do you get close to the Father? How do you get to the Father's heart? By doing His will, doing what He said to do. And what's His will? What's His will? Shalom, Brother E. Brother E, shalom. Hope all is well. I see you in the chat.
Yeah, keep His commandments.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Keep His commandments.
Okay, somebody was telling me today, yeah, that's a prerequisite. You doing what the Father say do. So we gonna get into this article right here about our young Israelite brother. 15-year-old teen dies after being shot in the head by police. A Mississippi black teenager has died days after a Gulfport police officer shot him in the head outside a Family Dollar. 15-year-old Jaheim McMillan, a freshman at Gulfport High School, was shot on Thursday, October 6th, and died Saturday, October 8th. Shortly after being taken off life support at USA University Hospital in Mobile, Alabama, Harrison County Coroner Brian Switzer confirmed. Excuse me, family. According to the Gulfport police, the shooting occurred after officers responded to reports of several minors waving guns at drivers. Police said the officer pulled the minors over in the parking lot of the Family Dollar. Gulfport Police Chief. Now, okay, before I go any further, whoever, if the person who told this lie need to come forward, because most of the time this be a lie. I don't know if that's the case in this case, but a lot of times they be lying, saying like they did Tamir Rice. But they put the thing in there, okay, yeah, he had a gun, but it's a toy gun. Garnback, he had a toy gun. Don't go in there guns blazing. Garnback was a driver. I forget the other one name. Let's keep reading though. Gulfport Police Chief Adam Cooper said one of his officers opened fire after engaging an armed suspect since identified as McMillan. Police detained 4 other suspects who are believed to be minors and recovered several firearms from the scene, Cooper added. The victim's family doesn't believe he was armed, and a number of community members and activists are urging police to release body cam footage of the shooting. He came out of the dollar store with his hands up, and they shot him in the head, McMillan's mother, Katrina Mateen said, told WVUE. Sis, what's the word on the street? Matter of fact, don't put the word on the street in here. I'll take that back. Don't put the word on the street. If you want to shoot us something via email, go ahead and do that. And if we need to have a further discussion about this, we will. And then I'm hearing that he's seen them. He was sitting in the car and he seen the police pull up with guns. So he got out the car and ran in the store, in the store well. Tried to run in the store and they shot him in the head. The video I seen on Facebook is basically the man is saying that my son didn't do anything. He had his hands up, so why did y'all shoot him? That's a good question. That's a good question. And that reminds me of the story that I read last night where the police just opened fire on somebody and they thought he was a black person. Turns out it was either a Hispanic or a white person. They said, well, they shot him because they thought he was black. This was in the actual article that I seen, so I'm not making this up. Video taken by a bystander shows McMillan on the ground in front of the store after being shot by police per AP News. A witness officers handcuffed the 15-year-old after the shooting. Mississippi Bureau of Investigation has launched a probe into the shooting of McMillan. Can we see the body cam footage? Can we see that? Yet again, this is the slave patrol doing what they do best. Slave patrol doing what they've always done, nothing different. They haven't stopped gunning for y'all. They're gonna continue to gun for y'all. Point blank. I didn't make the game up. This is the game that we all playing. The game that we all playing. The game of life. Right? I feel sorry. Peace and blessings to our brother's mom and dad, mother and father, mom and dad. I said it the right way the first time. Hopefully they'll be able to find peace. And to the person that shot him in the head, he had his hands raised. You cursed, and I hope the Father destroy you and your children. I hope the Father destroy your parents. I hope that the Father destroy your grandparents. And your great-great-grandparents if he ain't destroyed them already. Which I suspect that he probably has already. So let's keep it moving. Let's see, the young brother is at the dollar store. So what say you brothers about that crazy situation? Business as usual. Let's read some of these precepts. Go ahead and say that, bro. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, no, like you already said it. Business as usual, man. It's like I remember when I read that story, I was like, the first thing that came to my mind, they probably planted that gun. They always keep, you know what I mean? They keep them a throwaway. Mm-hmm. And you know, he said they several guns. He didn't say they found guns on every single person. So I don't know, man. I just get tired of hearing stuff like this.
I think, you know, these things are necessary. You know, nobody, you know, and I'm chief in saying I don't never like to hear about the death of the Israelite, particularly at the hands of the oppressor, the police. But it is necessary. It's necessary that our people see this country for what it is. It's necessary to see that these things will not stop, and that we're going to our oppressors to ask them to take their foot off our neck. I think that it's necessary that we continue to fit those curses by these things happening. Mm-hmm. Like our people would get deaf, dumb, and docile if these things stop happening. We'll never want to leave America.
Right.
We'll totally feel like we've totally made it and been ingratiated into the society, that, you know, that we're one with the other Americans here, and that there's no need to go anywhere. And the only way that our people stay semi-woke or awake is because these things keep happening. Yeah. So these things are necessary. They're atrocities. They're hard on the heart, but they are necessary, and they're going to continue to happen because we need them to happen. We need it. We actually need it to continue to get worse. Yeah. That way, our people will truly wake up and stay awake. You know, so that's how I feel about all those scenarios, brother. They're not going to stop, and our people need them to keep happening. Just as bad as that may sound, that's the only way we're going to see this place for what it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that things are going to have to get, like how you say, bro, a little bit worse. But my hope and prayer that is not only just for those that are awake, those that are still asleep, that the Father protect them even in this hour because it's dangerous. But at the same time, I feel calm and peace. I've never felt more peaceful in all my days like how I do now. And the heathen is raging, going crazy, that everything is going sideways because they don't really have an understanding of what's happening. Their system is falling. So if their system is falling, does Putin have the answer for the next system? Is Putin the next superpower? Or when Babylon falls, who's supposed to come into power?
This the thing too, man. You know, it's just it's implied in this society that if a black man has a gun, like that, he automatically has it illegally. You know, this is a society that, according to the Amendment, you're allowed to bear arms, and most white people do that, you know, freely and openly, and they can walk up to an officer with an AR-15 strapped to their back or AR-16, whatever you know, whatever guns they're using. They can do this with all confidence. They can walk into government buildings and institutions and supermarkets, you know, strapped to the gills, and nobody perceives them as a threat, even though they have a rich history of going berserk for the smallest things and taking out everybody in establishments. And that's not particularly a black man's trait to go in a building and just start, you know, letting off his anxiety, letting off his stresses. So you have a country where the Second Amendment says that you have a right to bear arms, but every time a police officer approaches a black man, this man has no right to have a gun legally or illegally. It's automatically he's a threat. Just the mere thought that he has a weapon, you know. So that right there tells you the the psych, you know, how their mind works regarding our people. You know, they'll never see us as anything more than a threat to them. It's an innate fear that they have of our people, and it's because of all the dirt they've done to us. You know, a lot of these stories should end up with a lot of these cops getting life. One of the main questions that should be asked is that, did you know if that man had a permit or not? Why is that never even brought up in any of these cases? Oh, he was armed. Did you know if he had a permit or not? Did he have a right to carry and conceal? You know, these nobody's bringing that up as if this country doesn't allow for a person to own a gun. And I
Hmm.
think that that's one of the main questions that the so-called black leaders and civil rights leaders should be asking. Why is it that police, before they do anything, if you see somebody of age, of legal age to own a gun, why isn't the first thing you do is to see whether this person has a permit? Why is it that you just kick right into action to you know, to the death or shoot to kill when you don't know if this man is holding um, and has a lawful right to do so?
I'm reading through some of the comments, and some of this stuff I've been, in all praise to the Most High for the Israelites, because y'all be on it. Some of this stuff I ain't never heard of, fam. So y'all have to forgive me. Some of the stuff I have, like so far, I'm with y'all. This story right here, I don't. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get to that Observer D program. We gonna get to that. This story about the U.S. and Haiti. I'm, they what they do, find some more resources in Haiti because Clinton and them already stole all them resources. Must be something else over there that they want in Haiti. Y'all do know that earthquake that the heathen caused over there. They got all Clinton and them got all them jewels and all the good things out of there. And we
Hmm.
did throw out fair use. So this is fair use. All these articles we using under the fair use statute, and that's why we do it. I'm not gonna play that video that we normally play because I want to keep rocking with what the family bringing to us. So we go talk about this one right quick. This article is U.S. sending international forces to Haiti. Draft proposal says. Now, what's going on in Haiti, fam? Can y'all elucidate? Y'all need to shed some light to me because I'm admitting I'm clueless. And then there's another one that I've been seeing that I saw that I'm gonna put up that we're gonna talk about. And I did save it. I'm gonna pass through a lot of these, so y'all please forgive me so that I can get to the bottom. Okay, so JPM say a coup. Wow. So we see this is the Hegelian dialectic at work. Anytime you see a coup in a black family, they done got some Negro to go against his own people. He might have an issue, or he might was the former right-hand man of the number one dude. And so, Musonoma, it is written. There go the punchline right there before we even get to our matter of fact, we don't even have to read the article. Because there go the punchline right there. The punchline is right there. Haiti just found oil. Oh, okay. Oh, you don't say. Oh, so now we do a coup, and then we use Hegelian dialectic to a problem. We cause a problem, and then we cause the antithesis to the problem, and let the antithesis fight against the problem, and then we come with a solution. So you get two sides against each other. You fund both sides, and then after the both sides is depleted, you come to the solution, smash both sides, which they don't tell you that part of Hegelian dialectic, and then you control both sides, and then you make a deal with both sides saying, hey, if you win this war, we get X. And then they tell the other side, if you win this war, we get X. So who's the winner? The heathen. You mean to tell me y'all ain't caught on, the earth ain't caught on to what the heathen is doing yet?
The earth is caught on. The people ain't.
Come on now. Come on now. This brother, boom, you that's right. Listen, let me tell you this right now. And you look at my avatar, I'm not crazy, I just look like this. Let me tell you something. It's plain as day. Well, what they go on, because I asked the question. I didn't read the article. I'm asking the question. Why y'all want to go over there? Because the first thing I said is, you see the minerals, you see the gold, platinum, palladium, rhodium, the stuff that they ain't telling you about that does things. The stuff that ain't even on the periodic chart that they done found, that they're trying to keep from hidden from you. The information about copper, how copper interacts with your melanin, how the different metals interact with your melanin. How your hair, you want to straighten out your hair coils to receive information. Information from who? And how and what? Why did Mashiach have hair like wool, just like my beard? Because I ain't got nothing on top. Why did Mashiach had this what y'all call nappy sections? Coils. Hey, go Google Tesla coils. Google US using melanin to produce weapons. Huh? You tell me y'all not a special people. If you don't believe that, you sick in your head. There's got to be a wise reason why. So what my brother said, they went over there to go get that oil, because right now Putin's saying y'all can't have none, and OPEC saying, well, we'll give y'all some, but we're gonna tax the hell out of you in the process, even though y'all do control OPEC, believe it or not. We're gonna make it like OPEC is taxing, but really we run OPEC. It's funny how the heathen thinks that everything is centered and revolves around them. We're going to get into this article, but my brother put it up. My brother or sister put it up. Well, whatever, right here. I hope I pronounced your name right. Masonoma, it is written. Put it up. You say oil. Okay, that's the end of the article. You don't even have to read, because the article not going to say nothing about that. This is from the Washington Post. Hopefully they'll let us read some of it. A U.S. backed sending international forces to Haiti, draft proposal says. A draft UN resolution citing instability and violence in Haiti suggests the Biden administration may be willing to participate in a multinational mission that has a military component. See, they still mad at Haiti. They got the nerve to tell you to get over it. And yet they still hold a grudge against Haiti because Haiti whooped their tail. You cannot tell me that these people not holding a grudge against that. They like to do Haiti every chance they get. So now they showing you this and they doing this and they doing all this foolishness. We could read a piece of the article, but in all actuality, I don't even want to read the article. I'm going to close this article out. You know why I'm going to close that article out? Because the article is really just a symptom of the heathen in control and the heathen flexing his power. And so it's really just going to make me angry. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and we gonna get to that other thing. So they over there now, Haiti, they done took all their minerals out of there, trillions of dollars of minerals. They didn't tell y'all they stole. They did tell. Go back and look at that earthquake. Google that earthquake and Google the minerals from that earthquake, and see who got that money. Hillary and Bill. Ask Hillary and Bill. Hillary and Bill, and this ain't no lie. You can fair use. I'll even call fair use on this one. Hillary and Bill. Did y'all profit from Haiti for the destruction that HARP did on Haiti, causing that earthquake, and then y'all got all the minerals out of there? Because I know about Mina Airport. Yes, I do. Mina Airport. I tell y'all that about all the time. Who the biggest dope dealer in the U.S. besides DEA? Bill Clinton. What's Mina Airport? Do they ship and move drugs in and out of Mina Airport? Let me get the one that Observer deprogrammed here. We're gonna hit this last article and then we're gonna exit stage left. Let me get that comment. I gotta find the star comments first, Observer deprogram, because that's crazy. I never heard about this one. I've really never heard about this one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this one up. Joy 31608. Explain the hundreds of thousands of rape kits sitting in police departments untested. Well, you know why that is because a lot of them are probably and I'm not even gonna use the term women of color. I'm gonna say black women. And then I'm gonna say a lot of them was probably done by those people who run and shop. That would be my guess if I was a betting person. You see, these people have a propensity for doing evil. It's nothing spiritual or moral about them. They have in America, contrary to popular belief, we say this all the time. You have never been the moral authority for good or for right. You have always been wicked as hell. You have always been evil as hell, and destruction is your turn. That's what you have coming. That's what you have to look forward to. You heathens can be perplexed all you want. If you want to understand what's going to befall you, you need to sit down and talk to an Israelite. I'm not one to want to sit down and talk to you about it. Matter of fact, there's two things that I will not talk to a heathen about. I will not talk to you about politics, and I will not talk to you about religion. Because I don't care about your religion. I don't care what you have to say about the book. I don't care what you think about the book. I don't care if you get saved or not. My mission here on this earth is to talk to my people. My mission on earth, if I have to say this, my mission on earth is to shake my people so that they could use their talents to do the Father's bidding. You use your talents to do the will of the Father, because that's what he want to use them for anyway. He gave them to you. Why shouldn't he want to use them? To do his will. Somebody get that precept. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Father and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added to you according to what? And it's not about getting nothing for yourself. It's about getting something for the kingdom. It's about getting something for the Israelites, for the family. We one big dysfunctional right now, unhappy family. There's nothing I'm going to do is going to be for Brother Cleo. Brother Cleo will benefit. But on everything I own, the folks in the chat going to benefit too. Since I don't know nothing about the 100,000 rape kits, that's the first time I heard of that. We might have to do a whole show on that, Sister Joy. But that's crazy. That's crazy. You could have this to do the rape kits right now with the way technology is. You don't need to have a humanoid do it. You could set up AI bots. You could set up systems that could automatically do that for you. And it'll collate and collect the data, pull DNA, all of that. This is something that could be solved by technology, and you could get this done in a couple of weeks, easy. Wouldn't even take that long. AI couldn't predict the awakening because it caught them off guard. The awakening, y'all did the awakening a disservice. Y'all didn't tell AI that y'all was gonna wake up. Y'all didn't tell. How come y'all didn't tell AI y'all was gonna wake up so AI would know how to handle you? Y'all wrong for doing that. Y'all need to get saved for doing that. Now I'm gonna go to this one because this one's interesting. My brother put this up. My brother Elisha put this up. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the chat. I called this precept, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. We put it up every time we call one, we're gonna put it up. You better put them up. And tell your family, go back and read the chat. Go back and read the precepts that was put in the chat. Because that's where the meat and potatoes is at. The meat and potatoes ain't what your brother C talking about whatever he talking about. That's not what it is. The meat and potatoes is in the chat, where the chat be speaking. And I keep pasting this comment, and what's happening is, let's see if I'm doing it right. I'm probably broke some. Is it gonna paste at that time? Okay, so I'll keep putting. See what they're doing right now is they're jiggling wires. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I did put it up. Cool. Okay, I'm wrong. I'll keep putting it up, but I'm on the wrong screen. Y'all know I need to get saved. So let's go ahead and show this comment. So as I'm reading Matthew 6:33, this one I called earlier. But seek ye first the kingdom of our Elohim and his righteousness. You got two requirements there. You seek the kingdom. Somewhere say the kingdom is within you, so I'm not going to confuse you, but it says seek the kingdom of the Father and his righteousness. Two requirements. And then it says, all these things shall be added unto you. And the rest of the verse, all these things shall be added unto you. So what needs to be added unto you? What do you need to do to get these things added unto you? Well, first of all, seek the kingdom. Seek the kingdom of the Father. Well, the kingdom is within you, brother C. So if the kingdom is within you, and you seeking the kingdom of the Father, you seeking his kingdom, right? What's his righteousness? What's the Father's righteousness? Father God, his holy word. And guess what his righteousness? His righteousness is his LSC, is his Mashiach. Because LSC and Mashiach is the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put up that one that Observer Deprogram put up. And then I'm hey, brother Tone, you take care, bro. You be well. We're gonna rock out a few more minutes and then we're gonna shut it down too. We're gonna shut it down. But I do want to put that one that Observer Deprogram put up because that was crazy to me. I'm like, wow, I never heard of that one. So we go and put that up. Salama family, over 69 Gambian children deleted by contaminated cough syrup made for Africa and other countries by India, And you know what? There was another thing that happened in Africa where a bunch of young children were in a bar or something, and a lot of them died of what they was drinking, and you never heard it on Western news. And so I'm not sure what this is about. I can Google it right quick, and we could throw an article up. If anybody has an article that they got on it while I'm running Google, go ahead and drop it in. And brothers, if you want to chime in while I'm doing the search, y'all go ahead and chime in if y'all want to, especially on this on this one because that's crazy. Let me cut and paste that. Let's see here. Gambian children die. Bear with me, fam. I'm just typing this up so that I can find an article. On this. This is sad. Okay, so I got something from Bloomberg. So we'll rock with what Bloomberg is talking about. Matter of fact, no, I don't like Bloomberg. We ain't gonna rock out with Bloomberg. Forget about Bloomberg. Let's go with the Guardian. We'll go with them. We kill that, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Next week, fam, we gonna go into the faith without works again. We gonna look at some old topics, but we gonna cover, get y'all back on track. Y'all ain't letting y'all off the hook. Y'all not getting let off the hook on what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all know that, right? And if you haven't gotten busy, then there's time. You got time to get busy because you're not doing your brother C will. You're doing the Father's will. So we're gonna go ahead and read this article. Warning over cough syrup after 66 children die in Gambia. Oh my goodness. Who says the contaminated medication? You can forget about what who say, because anyway, that's Fauci and them. Who says the contaminated medication may have been distributed outside of West Africa country with global exposure possible? Now, what they need to be also on the alert is not only the cough syrup, but is that a kill weapon? Because they do have weapons on the earth that can target specific groups of people according to their DNA. Matter of fact, Boston University or someplace in Boston, I don't know if it's BU, they just created a strain that has a strain of COVID. This is what they're saying that has an 80% cure rate. I'm gonna keep reading. The World Health Organization has issued an alert over 4 cough and cold syrups made by this entity in India, warning they could be linked to the 66 deaths of children in Gambia. Now, what is it that I'm asking a question? What is it that you could put in a cough syrup that's going to kill a child? Mind you, my hope is that this is a sick accident. My hope is that it wasn't done on purpose. I said that's my hope, and I don't smoke opium. I don't smoke opium, so I don't have no faith that this wasn't done on purpose.
It's definitely done on purpose, elder brother. You know, anytime you got an over-the-counter drug that you got something so powerful within that facility where you're making over-the-counter drugs that you can have one slip of the hand and put something inside a child's medicine and that child die. Yeah, it's something nefarious going on there. You know, we're not talking about a pharmaceutical company that's mixing genetic drugs. We're talking about over-the-counter drugs right now. We're talking about 44D and things like that. What could be in that facility that should have that type of effect on the child to kill that child? We should be talking about science labs, big pharma, and now we're talking about over the counter drugs. Should be a whole different type of facility. So yeah, I believe there's something nefarious going on. I don't believe in coincidence, and I don't believe that it's a mistake, especially when it comes to black people being the ones who die from these things, because we tend to be the guinea pigs, behind closed doors that they choose to try to, see what works and what does not work on us.
Yeah, and with you saying, and I was being a little bit facetious, but with you saying it being nefarious is definitely what Nadiel's Light said, definitely nefarious. And so we see these entities going and coming, and it's sad that you'll have children removed off of this plane, and the heathen will be clapping and be happy, and our people will be like sad or whatever they're going through. But the flip side to that is that you have heathens get mowed down, and the first person that will be jumping up to be sad will be the so-called black people, and will sit down and bow down and pray for that situation. That's an odd double standard to me. And so for me, I'm going to remove the double standard. There is no double standard. I will have compassion on Africa. Reason why I will have some compassion on Africa is because that's where we from, right? Some believe that we was here. I believe that there were some people here that was our people. I believe that. Matter of fact, my brother did a study, did a excuse me. He did a real deep series on that where he covered that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna have compassion on people that look like our people, because the heathen conqueror conquered them too. I'm not saying they're my brother. I'm not saying that, because some of the people over there is our folks too. But now, when you start touching children, there should be a limit to what the heathen can do. But see, that's the heathen for you. They've never had a limit. They've never had something where you're going to stop. Anytime somebody is going to kidnap somebody babies, and feed them to catch gators and feed them to pigs as live babies, chop them up and kill them, skin them like they feed, and you use them for feed, you're a wicked, sick, twisted individual. It's no wonder Ian tore the hell out of Florida, and the next one gonna do even worse. It's no wonder. That's right. Israel scattered across the four corners of the earth. That's right. That's right. And what you saying, that's right too. Because some of those same people, Psalms 83. Matter of fact, he named some of them. He named some of them people in there. When somebody gets Psalms 83, I'll put it up. I believe that. I believe all that with all my heart and soul. Unless somebody tell me otherwise. The heathen can. I know the story about Esau and his brother Jacob. But dang it, man, these people that's running around on the earth right now, they can't be human. And neither is Ben Franklin in them. You can't you cannot have humanity to do the things that you did. You can't be. It's got to be something in your mind that say, okay, no, I can't do this. I done crossed the line. A category 20. A category 50 could hit them. I'll be saying, thanks, Father, for what they did. Thank you. That's the kind of mindset we got to have today, folks. Don't be praying for these heathen that he knocked down on storm. No, destroy them, Father. Just like you said in your book you was. Category 50. You can take them down. Go ahead and speak that. You can speak that.
All right, bro. Might as well go through the whole book. It ain't that long. It says a song of Asaph. Keep not thou silent, O the Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make atonement, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. I skipped up on me. 1 second. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. 1 second.
You name the nations.
They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Israelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. The shore also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, like Zeb, ye all their princes as Zebah. and as Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession of. O my Most High, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek the name of the Most High. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is the Most High, art the Most High over all the earth.
Amen. I say kind of what you just read. Let the Father's words be true, and let every man, including your brother C, be a liar. His words is true. And he said, because somebody go get that precept where he says, word will never come back void. Thank you for reading that, bro. Because here's the thing. This is what we got to look forward to, folks. Jabroni, we got to look forward to this. The Father ain't been telling a lie. He didn't tell us no lie when he woke us up. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. And see, the heathen that got the book so misconstrued and so jacked up in their own mind. The book ain't jacked up. The heathen's interpretation of the jacked up. And if you follow them, you jacked up. Stop following the heathen and start doing what the Father say. That's your first mistake. If you following up behind the heathen, listening to what they say. And that's why we bring out the stuff that we bring out on the heathen. It's not that we care about them, because quite frankly, white evangelicals is my entertainment. I'll show y'all some stuff of somebody, one of the ones I called out last time I called them out. She had a broomstick. Isn't that odd looking? Looking like Skeletor. Talk about she gonna control Hurricane Ian. And then she in Florida, then she jumped her behind in one of the cars that got away from where the hurricane tore up. Talking about she escaping the hurricane. She didn't say that, but she went with the rest of the people that left that area. She didn't stay there. Oh, and then what was your response as to why? Mind you, this person talks about, oh yeah, I go to heaven all the time. I talk to God all the time. Y'all got a lot coming to y'all, heathen. And here's what I do every time. I recommend what y'all do. I recommend that y'all get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on. So, brother, what does that mean? That means that you need to go listen to what them Israelites is saying, because y'all using their vernacular now. They talk about the Most High. They talk about Yehoshua, Yahuwah, Yahweh. I ain't seen them say the real name yet, but that's a whole nother powder keg and can of worms. I ain't never seen them say no higher or Yeshaya or none of that. They getting to it though. They say they using all them names, and you know where they getting that from? The book of Enoch. The white evangelicals was taught never to read no book of no Enoch because it wasn't canonized by that false religion that came 400 years before Mashiach even was on the scene. And they lying church daddies talk about the book of Enoch ain't canon. Reason why you say the book ain't canon, because it tell on your wicked tale. We see you. We totally see you. Look at this. Look at this right here. Now I'm gonna say this. You go show me a heathen who brought out the 400 year. You show me one heathen evangelical that brought out the 400 year, and the 400 year is so. Okay, nobody on the earth refute it. Refute it. Because 1 + 1 = 2, not 1 + 1 = 215. If you was in the land for 400 years being afflicted, it should count up 400 years. The Father know how to count. He created time. If you lying saying the Father don't know basic math. 400 years is 400 years. Who was telling the people on the earth in 2019 the whole earth went to hell? Who was the only people on the earth telling the earth about this? And we wasn't the only ones. Who told the earth about the 40-year prophecy? Was it T.D. Stakes? Was it Hal Lindsey with his lying ass? Hal Lindsey been making merchandise out of the whole earth for years with the late great Planet Earth madness. Was it him? Maybe it was the Bible Answer Man. Maybe it was that other kook. What's that one? That one guy that his last name is White. Maybe it was Joel Osteen. Oh, that's right, Joel Osteen, and he ain't coming with that. All Joel Osteen do is Joel Osteen don't even read from the book. Joel Osteen just go off the brain. He just go right off the dome. This right here, and this is the last comment I put. Then we go. I'm gonna let the brothers have the last word. Then we go out extra stage left. This is right here. This is the punchline right here. And what I'm gonna do is, like I normally do, I'm gonna go back and read everybody's comment, like I always do. This right here is it right here. You know why this is it? Because they prove time and time again that they are a very weak people. And it's for good reason that the Father say a foolish nation will rule over you, because the people who ruling over us is weak as hell in every aspect. Every aspect. Do you think it's by accident we run everything in sports? Do you think it's by accident every musical genre that has come up, we did it? Do you think it's by accident that a black man actually invented the internet? Don't let them trick you, folks. We in every industry imaginable. Every single one. It's not one industry that we're not in. Not one. We the most brilliant people on the earth. Hidden behind the scenes. Behind the scenes getting busy. Joel Osteen face is plastered on with plaster of Paris. That's powerful right there, sis. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you guys coming out, and the chat was live and livid as usual. I'm gonna have to go back and read everything you guys have posted. Next week's show, though, I'm gonna tell y'all know what it's gonna be about. GPS was invented by a black woman. Look at that there. Look at that there. And then listen to this paradox, or is it an oxymoron? Y'all tell me. Y'all brilliant, but then on the one hand they say you're stupid. Y'all want to work, but then they don't want to hire you, and they call you lazy. There's something not adding up. Just like they've been saying that y'all 14%, it don't add up. The math don't add up. If the math was adding up correctly, then they wouldn't worry about if you voted or not, knowing that most of you never do the census. They either don't know how many of you are actually here, they know how many of you are, or either they know how many of you are actually here, and they keep pushing that 13% of the population narrative, because there's definitely more of you here than what they say. I'm a 100 million% believer of that. Nobody's going to move me off otherwise, because they lie about everything else. Why wouldn't they lie about how many of you is here? If your vote was only 13, okay, let's run a hypothetical. Okay, let's say the heathen is 13. Let's say the heathen is 65%. Let's say half of that is voting age. So let's say that'll run you to 30, right? 30, 35. Let's say 35%. We'll round up, play with round numbers. If you're only 13%, and let's say 5% of your voting block is a voting age, how in the hell is that going to make a difference if you vote or not? And that's just doing my dumb math of just parsing the percentage numbers. So that little silly parse right there tells you that, okay, you know what? It's more of us Israelites here than what we realize. They lied to you about everything else. So, brothers, I'm gonna let the brothers have the last word. Hey, fam, shalom to y'all. Thanks for joining the whole old head today, and I appreciate y'all jumping on as y'all normally do. Next week, what we gonna get into is we gonna get back into that faith without works is dead. We gonna get back into that IP talk where y'all moving and grooving, hitting up and doing the business with y'all IPs. And for those of y'all that are new, when I say IP, that's intellectual property. Not your brother C's intellectual property, what the Father has given, but the intellectual properties that the Father has given you. The question I got is, okay, he done gave you 5 or 6 talents, probably done gave you 20 talents. Why ain't you doing nothing with them? That's the first thing I'm going to ask y'all. What have you done? How they say in the book, what manner of man or woman is this? Anyway, brothers, I'm going to let y'all have the last word. Go ahead, brothers. Let's go. Brother Yash, go ahead and spit that, bro. Brother Yash? Okay, let's go with Brother Elisha. Go ahead and spit that, bro.
I just say shalom to the family and peace and blessings to all of Zion out there. You know, peace and blessings to my older brother, Cleo, brother Yash. Always fiery and, you know, amped up words and, you know, unfiltered and raw, like only he can give it to you. And all praises be to the Most High God that puts in our heart to want to return to the nation that was our beginnings, our heritage, because it surely is him why we even seeking these things. You know, it reminds me of a scripture. It says, once shall call his name Jacob and surname himself Israel. I think it was Isaiah 45, something like that.
Yes, sir. We
So,
brought that out earlier, bro. That's Isaiah 45 and 4.
Oh, I wasn't in here early, but you know, that's what I think of. That's what I think of, man, is that we fulfill, you know, how the Mashiach said, this verse is fulfilled in your ears. You know, we're living that, fulfilling prophecy, just waking up. You know, the Most High, you know, is making us a testament or a record. We bear record of these things. We witnessing, you know, the valley of the dry bones, standing up and walking, and do live and do breathe and do walk. So, you know, man, we gotta keep doing that work and trying to wake up even those of our people that are in high positions that we didn't put them in. And they're not high because we renowned them. They're just high because society has put them on a certain, you know, pedestal, because they can shuck and they can jive and they can dance and they can run and they can jump. You know, they put them in those positions. So if they're going to make use of our brethren, we need to be able to make use of them as well in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So peace and blessings to everybody. In the name of Yeshua Mashiach. Amen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Amen.
I'll tell you what, I get fired up listening to you. I could go another hour listening to you.
For
Go ahead
real.
and rock out, y'all. Hey, you got me fired up now. Y'all don't want me on for another hour. Go ahead, y'all, so we close out. Go ahead, bro.
Man. Well, all I want to say is peace and blessings, fam, and shalom. I want to thank the Most High for another wonderful time that we could sit down and fellowship with one another. Brother Elisha, you took us home tonight, man. All praise to the Most High.
Appreciate that. And this has been another Salt of the Earth production. Josh, you better tell them what it is, brother.
Good words about the elder.
Yeah.
I better tell them people what it is.
LSC.
better LSC or you're not saved.
Mm-hmm.